Get nasty on a Monday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. The Blues fall over the weekend 4-3 in overtime.
Got a point.
They did get a point.
That's an important point. You never know. Come the end of the year, you might need that point.
Boy, I hope so, Jamie.
I
hope we're still there at the end of the year.
That point could ultimately ruin your chances of getting a top 5 draft pick, Anthony.
What draft?
Is that where you're
what are you
at?
talking about? I'm talking about winning the division still.
Oh.
How many, where are we
What
at
are you, a
in the
Steelers
division?
fan?
Oh, damn. Here we go.
Is that where we're starting?
The offense. At some point, offense got to figure it out.
Aaron looked pretty good.
No, he looked really bad. And I like Mike Tomlin. He said, what did you make of his performance? They asked, what did you think about Aaron Rodgers? He said, what did you think?
He wasn't great.
Next question. Yeah.
I don't like when Mike gets all
I love
pissy
it.
like that. Nah,
Because
just answer the
they
damn
stunk.
question, Mike, okay?
No, they stunk, man. Offensive, it was 3-2 at one
Hang
point.
on, Mike, you picked him,
He did.
so it's on you.
Thought it was the Padres and the Pirates playing 3-2.
I liked how he stepped up in the pocket to get out of the end zone,
And then
only to revert back to the end zone.
See, here's what
into
happens.
the end
Listen,
zone.
sometimes you see color, like the teammate, the right tackle, scared the hell out of him. And then he saw the goal and thought it was, the goal from a Chargers play. So he tried to get away, and boom, Khalil Mack said, you come here.
That is confusing, though.
Yeah, see?
two
The gold.
gold pants?
Gold can throw you off.
Is that what it was last
I'm
night?
sure.
How about there's the goal line, don't go back in there.
Well,
Yeah.
the Blues threw him off.
Just a thought.
He was kind of trying to get away from
The Blues
trouble.
threw him off. Listen, they had enough of their own problems on
No, the
Saturday
Blues
night.
certainly
definitely had
did.
their own issues because I'm boo, man.
What's wrong, TD? Talk
I
to me.
so I texted this. Right, you got to lead. They pull the goalie, right? Hofer slings one, just misses.
I love the fact that he did it.
But it's an icing.
Player, goalie.
But now,
What if he scored there, though?
What if he did? But
Huh?
Anthony and I have been trying to get this damn thing off the ground for a number of years.
Certainly has.
And you continue to tell us that's a dumbass idea when we say clear it.
Yeah.
Just don't just clear it out of the zone and shoot it down the ice. Don't do that. That's a dumbass idea. They did it like 2 or 3 times. Then you got face-offs in your own zone.
Yeah. But you got to win those faceoffs.
You should.
Yeah.
Maybe win the face-off in overtime so that you can at least touch the puck. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a bit of a that's a tough one.
Maybe
That-
win the face-off in your own zone, too, when there's only about 2 seconds left.
Maybe.
Or 11. I think there was about
They
11
scored
seconds.
with 1 point. Whatever. Have we seen that before? I feel like it was
I feel like they
deja
have
vu.
somewhere.
I feel like like
I don't know.
1.5
Do we really
seconds
need to
left.
open up the wound?
Is that a wound?
Yeah.
Oh, hell,
A wound is only something that's been healed. This is still wide open.
This is wide open, man.
That's a good call. Stitches. Somehow
what
we're
are
still
we-
at the stitches.
What?
Help me, man.
What's wrong, buddy?
So I've listened to all the people I was goalie interference. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And I am, Jamie, you're a former player, I'm a former player. We understand. Like, I say this all the time. Monty, great coach, he's going to make some bad decisions because that's what people do. Players, great players, they're going to make some bad decisions because that's what players do. Referees, great people, they do what they're supposed to do. Sometimes they make a wrong call. It's sports. It ain't always going to be perfect. But you had an opportunity to win the damn game. Get the puck out of your zone. How about move somebody, anybody? I wish I could skate, man. Damn it, I wish I could skate. I would move the first fast lane person in front of Hofer. He in your way? Bow, get out the way. I just hit him. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 seconds left. So what if you get a penalty? What's going to happen?
Carey, I'm a big fan of that.
You like punching people when it's not supposed to be punched.
Under 3, 4 seconds in that category,
Hit the hell out of
just
them.
absolutely mutilate
Who cares?
somebody. Yes, because
Who
then
cares?
you tell the team like so. Roger Nilsson, I've told you he's had a couple of rules in the rule book over the years that are now there because of him. Way back when, come to the end of the game like that, up by a goal, he'd just tell his team to go like tackle somebody, and then don't touch the puck. Don't touch the puck, because then the referee can't blow it down. Call a penalty, and then he would throw 2 guys over the boards. So as the play's going on, he'd have too many men on the ice and tell his team don't touch the puck.
Now what?
Now the rule in place, once you have too many men on the ice, they can blow it down.
Yeah.
He'd have 6 guys on the ice, tying up everybody. Don't touch the puck, though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why.
That's good coaching.
Yeah, but if you hit somebody with 4 or 5 seconds left, hey, you go to the penalty box. They
you
got
should be fine.
Drop the, you got to face off.
Take another second or 2 to touch the puck.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, what is the current state of our St. Louis Blues?
Oh, wow. The current state?
Yeah,
That's
what's
such
the
an
current
official
state?
question.
Where are we?
Yeah.
With our Blues
Not
right now,
great.
you know, I mean,
Not great.
Logan Mailloux sent down.
Well, yeah. So, okay.
Jordan Kyrou had a nice response.
Well, Anthony, you just going to machine gun me, or do you want me to just answer, like, how do you want to handle this?
Buchnevich, don't know really where he's at. He think he's on the ice, but we don't know. Let's start with Mailloux.
Yeah, Logan Mailloux sent down, and I don't think I just love listening to some people. So I told you that guy's no. Okay, couple things here. The team has not been good, so you can't blame a 22-year-old defenseman for the failure of the team.
Oh, yes, we can.
No, you can't. You blame the team for that.
Or we'll blame Jordan Kyrou.
When in doubt, it's on the table, right?
Yep,
I mean,
always.
the guy still, all he did is factor into 2 of the 3 goals on Saturday night.
Where was he on the third?
Yeah, good question.
He scored the 3rd goal.
Where was he on the stopping
Fourth.
the next goal?
He wasn't on the ice.
Stopping the 3rd one.
Should have been out there.
Should have been out there.
Yep.
Problems.
Logan Mailloux, this is a work in progress. It is. And this is not the environment right now. The Blues can barely play some of their regular guys right now without losing or having problems defensively. You're going to put the kid out there again? And I know, well, Skinner's a young kid too. I know, but if Skinner comes up, you're giving Mailloux just a little bit of a breather. I personally felt in the offseason, and it's just me, in hindsight, it's really easy to say it now, but I personally felt they should have added a veteran defenseman in the offseason or simply kept Ryan Suter for another year. Now, the problem with Ryan Suter is I don't think he wanted to be healthy scratched. Like, period, dot, end of conversation. We saw it at the end of last year. He got healthy scratched for the first time. He wasn't happy. He was not happy. Now, in his defense, he played every freaking game all year long, and you scratched him in the playoffs. He was a little pissed. But there are other guys like that out there where you just have to be calm. Like this was like, we'll call it the Jamie Rivers signing at 30-plus years old. Let's bring him in. Doesn't have to play every night. But when we need a guy who can give us 15, 18 minutes a game, we plug him in, put him next to the young kid, we're fine. So that's kind of what you need right now if you're the Blues, in my opinion. Tyler Tucker was supposed to take those next steps. He's had a hard time, too. He's had a rough start to this season. He's had a couple of fights. We love that about him, but a lot of times he's staring in the wrong direction when the puck's going in. He's staring at the puck when he should be taking the guy. Like, he also is making mistakes. So when you really evaluate that broader scheme, if Tyler Tucker cannot play with Logan Mailloux, that means you have 4 defensemen now that you're playing for 20-plus minutes a game. 27.5 minutes the other night for Broberg. You're how many games into the season? 15 games? 16 games?
Ain't gonna make it.
Ain't gonna make it. So Logan Mailloux going down, I think it's a good thing for the youngster more than the team. Right now, he will be a factor in this organization for many years to come. Next.
Kyrou. Nice bounce back performance from Kyrou. All jokes aside.
All jokes aside, the Holloway goal doesn't happen without Jordan Kyrou. So I will give credit to Dylan Holloway. He's first guy in on the puck, and his job is to cut off the back of the net. He did so. They pass it back up the wall. F2, the second forward. What's his job, Anthony?
Great chaos.
Get on that puck, create chaos. That defenseman panicked, passed it back to the middle of the ice. Credit to Dylan Holloway. Instead of the old F14 wide spin, he goes back up the middle like he's supposed to. You're supposed to track back up the middle of the ice. He gets rewarded, pass tape to tape, because the defenseman's under pressure from Kyrou, buries a goal. So Jordan Kyrou does not get an assist on that play, but without him, it doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. Then he scores a great goal later on in the third period where he gets it side of the net. Patience works around Robert Thomas, puts it in the top shelf. And then, guys, remember when everybody said Jordan Kyrou's a cancer? Remember all those texts?
Yeah, I saw this.
Anthony, remember those?
That was
yeah.
crazy.
So if you go
What
back,
day, really?
if you go back and you look, whether it's on the internet, on the YouTube highlights, or NHL Network, or wherever, when you see Jordan Carousel score a goal, I don't see teammates that look at him as a cancer. Robert Thomas was smiling, pumped up, so excited. Braden Shen threw his
too.
arms up. Colton Parayko, his teammates swarmed him. That tells me they're happy to have him back, happy to have him score, and he's not a friggin' cancer. I've been on teams where guys are cancers. You don't act like that when they score. You kind of fake it. Oh, yeah, the arms go up. That's good. Tap on the shin pads. You're like, ugh, we're stuck with this guy. He scored again. You're not going anywhere. So all of this like white noise surrounding Jordan Carousel. Let's just take a breather here. We just saw the other night in one game how he can contribute and how he can be a positive part of the game. Not always just scoring goals either.
Yeah.
And Pavel Buchnevich to round it up, I don't know. Buch got to get his act together. He got a point the other night on Dvorsky's goal.
That was pretty, by the way.
It was great. I love the fact that Dvorsky's shooting the puck. Every time I turn around, he's shooting the puck good.
Yeah, because he almost scored on the one.
Don't tell him anything different.
Yeah.
Veterans, coaches, everybody, stay out of his ear. Just let him play, because this is what you're wanting out of this guy.
They didn't stick handle like you were talking about either. Like all the power plays where
Isn't
they were
that
stick
amazing?
handling constantly. It
What
was just
happens?
bink, 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 goal.
Wasn't that amazing what happens when you don't shuffle the puck to death?
I text the group. I said it's amazing what happens when you put pucks on net. Like when you just shoot it at the net, it might go off of someone else's skate or someone else's stick. Might get chipped in. Whatever it takes, man.
Yeah.
So I do
shoot it
think
at the
that
net.
Pavel Buchnevich has to get going. He's got to get going. I don't know if he's overthinking the game, but he looks like he's playing slow. Don't know if he's physically slow
That was going to be my
or not,
question.
but he's playing slow.
So, Jamie, you're a hockey guy, hockey veteran. You're a former athlete. Normally, I'm just saying, when you play slow, it's normally because you're overthinking because you are a young man, right? When you've been in the league for, I don't know, how long? 8 years, 9 years? Where were we at?
Pooch?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
You probably aren't overthinking in terms of that's why you're playing slow. You might just be slow, man.
What?
I'm just saying.
Let's hope not. The guy's got a contract.
No,
6 years, man.
Anthony,
At $8 million.
listen to me. When you're a younger player, you're thinking. So you move slow. Everything is a step slow. Shoot, I didn't see it. I've never happened before. Oh, God, goodness gracious. When you're a vet, you've seen it all. The game actually, and this is, people don't believe me when I say this, and when I'm so serious. The game slows down for you. So now you're moving faster because you're able to react, because you know everything that is going to happen. You have I've seen this before. I know where to be. I'm a step there quicker than I was when I was a first or second year player. Until you get old and you can't move as fast as your wheels are mentally, you're like, yeah, I gotta go. And then you're like, oh shoot.
The brain is fast. The legs aren't.
So with that being said, you asked the question.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't know the answer, Carey.
But
it's tough to tell. But I sure would like to see him making hockey plays faster.
He gotta
Or
move
getting to
faster.
pucks, or having separation speed to give him an extra second or two. There's something there. Again, but we don't know. Maybe he's nursing some kind of an injury. That
Maybe.
does happen. And we commend players for fighting through, playing through injury. But then when we don't know they have an injury, we condemn them for not looking as good as they should be.
Yeah.
So I don't know one way or the other. I'm just saying that we always have to factor that in as a possibility.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. So the Blues suffered their loss on Saturday night. And Mizzou also lost Saturday afternoon.
Go Tigers.
I knew you were going to do it.
They lost too.
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
All the Tigers.
All the Tigers.
Yeah.
I think every Tiger lost this weekend.
They may have.
It happens.
We'll get into Mizzou's loss to A&M, break it down, discuss too what this means moving forward here on 101 ESPN. During the month of November, Auto Centers Nissan is thanking you with the Thankful for You sales event. Over 1,000 vehicles are all in one massive location right off I-55 in Herculaneum, Missouri, just minutes from South County. No games, no running around, no lot hopping at Auto Centers, just real savings and real selection. And right now, deep dealer discounts on every remaining 2025 model mean the best prices of the year as 2026 models arrive. Get no payments for 6 months on select 2025 Nissan models, or get no money down and 0% APR for 60 months on 2025 Murano and Pathfinders, as well as the all-new 2026 Rogue Platinum. That's 5 years interest-free. If you're shopping used, they've got you covered at Auto Centers when it comes to used vehicles. No money down and no payments for 3 months on select used vehicles, all priced to move. Every new Nissan also comes with a lifetime warranty and a 30-day return promise. Give you a little peace of mind as you drive off the lot. Get to Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum, Missouri. Tell them Stalter sent you, or you can check them out online at autocentersnissan.com. Mizzou falls to Texas A&M over the weekend. I thought that it was going to be a closer game just because Mizzou has played tight with everybody this season. You guys were certainly closer than I was.
Well, I said 34-14.
Yeah, you were around there. Again, all three of you, Marsh, Carey, and you were close. I said 24-20.
Yeah, I had 33 to 21, something like that.
No, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You guys were all close. Yeah. I was wrong. You guys were right. You guys are smart. I'm dumb.
You are too.
You guys are.
You're very hopeful.
Very handsome. I am not attractive.
Oh, that's not true, Anthony.
A&M 38, Mizzou 17. I'm just gonna keep going.
I missed that last one.
Matt Zollers looked like a freshman. Now, I'm not criticizing the kid. He just did. I mean, he's 7 of 22, 77 yards, 3.5 yards per attempt. It's just, hey, it's one of those things where you're hopeful going in that Matt Zollers would take some of what he did at Vanderbilt, have 2 weeks to prepare for A&M. They put him in a good spot to succeed, and he winds up leading Mizzou to an upset. The reality was also a possibility all along that the kid played like a freshman, and he did. Certainly not on him. Certainly not on really anybody. The Mizzou got put in a bad spot, and A&M is rolling this year. They're 9-6, or they're 9-0 overall, 6-0 in the SEC, and they're a legit national title contender. They are. So they ran into a buzzsaw, and Texas A&M handled business.
I feel like watching that game, it was tough to watch because Zollers looked like he looked uncomfortable. He looked overwhelmed. He looked like a young player who, went into the game with hopes high as could be, and you could just see like the air deflating. And the one thing as a player, as a coach, the one thing that drove me crazy about his game, which is I think is controllable, how many times he threw the ball out of bounds, like throwing it deep. I would have a coach that would say when the quarterbacks threw the ball out of bounds, he would lose it. He would literally like snap. We might as well clock the damn. We might as well spike it. Give your receivers a chance. And that's one thing that always stuck with me. As a receiver, you're taught our ball or no one's ball. You got to trust your guys to make a play, and if they can't make the catch, make sure the defender doesn't make a catch. But the amount of balls that went out of bounds by him was just way too many for me to watch that young man play quarterback. And again, this is his first time starting. It's a top 3 team in the country. Like, you have all those answers. But at the end of the day, you got to give your receivers a chance, and you got to put the ball in play so that they can have an opportunity to catch it.
Yeah, I agree with that. So based on that, Carey, when I was watching the game, a couple things popped up for me. Ahmad Hardy, barely used in the first half. He ends up with 109 yards rushing, which is still excellent, but barely used in the first half.
He had the big run to start.
That's great, Anthony. Barely used in the first half.
First play of the game.
Yeah,
I know. But my point is, between him and Roberts, who had 2 of them over 100 yards, there was only 30 total carries between them. What the hell? Give them each 25 carries.
Well, what happens
is, if you can't put the ball in Zoller's hands to pass it, you just say, you know what, boys? We're going to basically play Wildcat offense. Every freaking play we're running.
What happens is they were trying to run the ball effectively on first down, but if you get stopped, if you get a tackle for loss, now you're at 2nd and 12. You don't get a completion, or you get another stop. Now you're 3rd and 15.
Yeah, but look at Carey. Their average per carry was 6.5, 8.4. His average per throw, 3.5.
I understand that, and a large majority of Ahmad Hardy's runs, he got 45 yards on the first run. The first play of the game, he cut it back.
Just give it to him on first down then.
Yeah, nah. That would tell me that they started shutting it down. If you had
but so listen, what you're saying is right. I'm not being a jerk right now.
Yeah.
What you're saying is right. But if it ain't working, if the guy's passing it out of bounds, you can't just run it anyways.
They did. I mean, it was a 3rd and 13.
They only ran 34 times total.
It was a 3rd and 13, and they ran the ball, and the crowd booed the hell out of them.
So their first drive, they wound up, and I'll just read the third downs. 3rd and 6. Second drive, 3rd and 9. The next drive was they got a penalty, picked it up. Eventually had a 3rd and 24 on that drive. When they ended on downs, they had a couple of 3rd down plays, including a 3rd and 13. They fumbled on the next drive, but saw a 3rd and 6. I could go through every drive, but you get the idea. They were constantly behind the chains. I mean, if you watched any of the Bills and Dolphins yesterday, it was the same thing with the Bills. They were in 3rd and 6 or longer all game, and it's just tough to run your offense that way.
Yeah, I think they had a stat posted at one point. They were like, the average 3rd down yardage was like 8.5 or 9.5. Like your 3rd down rate of conversion of making those 3rd downs when it's that much yardage you got to pick up is going to be difficult, especially when you got a freshman quarterback that really, he struggled in the passing game. There was nothing about what they did in terms of passing that was awesome. That was sexy. That was like, oh yeah, that's a great. It wasn't good. Kevin Coleman had 1 catch for 1 yard. Like, they couldn't get the ball to their guys in any fashion.
So Kirk Herbstreit was talking about Mizzou, and he talked about he loosely mentioned that it could be a team that's kind of checked out, and this was before the A&M game happened. Because of all the chat, one, they've lost both quarterbacks. There's a rookie quarterback or freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
And all the chatter about Eli Drinkwitz leaving and all those things, right? So, anyways, Drink was asked post-game, which is not really related. It's just the way he answers this question kind of irked me a little bit, but he was asked about his lack of success in the SEC overall, especially big games. Here was one of the reporters. I wish I knew who it was, but ask him.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Do you know who it is?
Well, the Twitter account, SEC Mike on X.
Okay, there we go. Here we go.
Eli, over the past 2 years, Missouri's 0-6 against ranked SEC teams. What's been so difficult about these big games?
Yeah, they're good teams. They're good teams. And I don't do a good enough job coaching.
Like, that just irked me. And if you watch Drink's press conferences this year, like post-game especially, even when they win, he's kind of confrontational, a little bit arrogant. He talks down. He's passive-aggressive with reporters. What are you doing, bro? And then this, like, I guess I'm not a good enough coach.
That's
Boo-hoo.
As a
What?
coach, as a leader, like, you can't let your emotions come out to the forefront. I think that was an emotional response, like, woe is me. Nobody feels bad for you, Eli. I can tell you that the first thing they're going to say, well, how much money are you making? Like, that's going to be the first thing that people say. Number two, you're coaching big-time college football in the SEC. Like, the fact that you're losing those games, it just means you got to get better. Your team have to get better. Your players, the players that you're recruiting and bringing into and going in the transfer portal and getting, you have to get better players, and you got to keep guys healthy. I mean, you're down to your third quarterback against the number 3 team in the country. You're probably not going to win that game.
But that's a better answer. If Eli Drinkwitz would have just said, hey, look, I understand the narrative right now. We are a program that's building year in year. We're trying to compete with the heavyweights, okay? We're trying. We were there. We thought we were there. We have a couple of injuries. 2 of our starting quarterbacks. It was a battle. You guys remember the battle, right? Remember that? Both of them are out. I got a freshman QB who I have a ton of confidence in, played really well in the Vanderbilt game, gave us some hope, but obviously A&M is a powerhouse right now in the entire nation. I am coaching this team the best I can. We have great players, and we're going to get there. Boom, we're done.
Yeah.
People go, okay. What?
Now I'm laughing. One of my teammates who played quarterback, Mark Cornfield, SLU grad, he was a quarterback at Illinois with us, and he just texted me, might as well spike it, because that's what the coach would say when you throw it out of bounds. Hey, might as well spike it, man. What the hell are we? He would snap every time a quarterback threw the damn ball out of bounds on the go route. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Might as well spike the damn ball. Give him a chance.
Yeah. But, again, that's certainly not why they lost. Just all part of it.
No,
Jamie, I get you.
There's so much more to it. And then, like, Drink at this point, Drink in his camp, as they say these days, just take another job and be done with it, or just put it to rest.
It's not going to get easier anywhere else. It's going to be more pressure.
Well,
if you go to
more
Penn State,
pressure.
there's more pressure. If you go to Florida
LSU,
or
certainly.
LSU,
Yeah,
there's more
Florida.
pressure. Like, this is probably
Why don't you stay at Mizzou? And
but
own it, but tell people, hey, I'm not going anywhere.
you got to win. And you got to find ways to win those games. And again, you're on a third quarterback. You're in he's a freshman starting his first game ever. Like, people were excited about how he was able to perform there the last few minutes of the Vanderbilt game. But it's a different world when teams have a chance to prepare for you, and it just wasn't a good opportunity for them this weekend.
All right, we'll get into the Week 10 NFL Pick'em Challenge, give you an update on how everybody did, and dive into some of the storylines from yesterday's action in another crazy Sunday in the NFL. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, it just stinks when you're tired, you don't feel right, you're going to bed, you're grouchy, irritable, all of those things. You're thinking to yourself, man, what is wrong with me? Why am I acting this way? Even your friends, your family, like, dude, what's going on with you?
Why are you dragging?
Yeah, why are you so irritable? I don't get it. Get to Mentality and get a full blood panel done. And I say that because without BT getting in my ear and talking to me about it, and then the people over at Mentality talking to me about it, I wouldn't have done it. And I'd still be in the same rut. But because I went in and got a full blood panel done, I've learned that I was low in testosterone, low in vitamin B, low in vitamin D. I had aches and pains and things from old injuries. I got on the peptide train over there. My life has completely changed.
Well, think about it this way, Jamie. You can get into bad ruts, but you can also develop good habits. And just because you're run down a lot and you're therefore maybe not motivated to get into the gym, maybe you're not motivated overall, and you just find yourself scrolling constantly or on the couch, you just don't want to do anything. Well, mentality, you get that boost in testosterone, and all of a sudden you start to feel more active again. You're in a better mood. You get into the gym. Then that leads to maybe some healthier choices when it comes to your diet and your exercise and all that. Well, after a while, you develop those good habits, and you're like, why wasn't I doing this before? So head down to Mentality, 2 different locations, one in Chesterfield, one in South County. You can also visit them at mentalityhealth.com/radio. Tell them that Jamie and Anthony sent you down there. They'll love to hear that. But get down there, get yourself tested. It's a very easy process. Jump on their program, and it won't be long where you start to feel at your best again. It's Mentality.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. We've talked about the Blues and Mizzou so far today as the Blues lost over the weekend to the Seattle Kraken 4-3 in overtime. The Blues will be back in action tomorrow, taking on the Calgary Flames. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. Mizzou lost to Texas A&M by a final score of 38-17. We talked some college football. We're going to dive into the NFL slate that we witnessed yesterday. And then tonight we'll have Monday Night Football for you right here on 101 ESPN. Packers and Eagles. Pregame starts at 6. Kickoff 7:15. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Get ready to pick 'em. It's the Fastlane Football Pick'em Challenge on 101 ESPN.
Refreshed by Bud Light, official beer of the NFL. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Well, after a couple of nice weeks for the Fastlane, we already lost the Rizzuto show. The one team that hurt us badly, unfortunately, Carey, were your Steelers last night.
They hurt me too. Watching that offense made my eyes hurt.
It has been a roller coaster ride in the NFL, and it typically is, but there has been little to no consistency with teams.
I agree.
And good teams, bad teams even. The Dolphins yesterday show up, and they waxed the Bills. I mean, the thing wasn't close.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
It was incredible
I think that's
to
an
see.
indictment on the Buffalo Bills more so than the Miami Dolphins. Like they traded a few pieces away at the deadline. They were talking about trading away potentially Jalen Waddle to the Bills is what I heard, that they were willing to offer something for him, and the Dolphins were like, no, thank you. But the Buffalo Bills, listen, I don't know who the Buffalo Bills are. That was putrid. Josh Allen got back to his old Josh Allen ways of putting the ball on the ground. Like, how do you quarterback sneak it, get 8 yards, and then fumble? Like, it's just, it's mind-boggling watching him at times and watching this ball. And they cannot, and I mean this. You want to have a good day as a running back, pray that the Buffalo Bills are on your schedule. Because they're going to give it up, man. They are going to give up yardage every single game. You just run the ball at them.
And Achane wasn't touched on some of those runs.
They were
Not even
terrible
close.
defensively in the run game.
Yeah.
Like, you can't call yourself a Super Bowl contender. Like, stop it. I don't want to hear it no more from no Bills fans about unless you figure out a way to stop the damn run, which you can do. You're not going to be in the championship game. You're not going to be in the AFC championship game, and damn sure not the Super Bowl.
Carey, I know you're a fan of kind of crapping on the analytics in baseball. The Bills are a perfect example of you can rank pretty high in certain like efficiency metrics. For example, they're third in EPA and fifth in points per drive. They don't have any explosive plays. There's no explosiveness to their offense. It is Josh Allen running around either behind the backfields or in the backfields or past the line of scrimmage. Right. James Cook going off or nothing. They don't have explosive plays. They don't make a bunch of throws downfield. Josh Allen somehow threw for 306 yards.
Those are like empty
40
calories.
attempts. There's empty calories. Yeah, so just a rough day overall for the Bills. But even going back to your Steelers, I don't know how that same team shows up last week and looks like a dominant force against the Colts, and then goes out to L.A., and they might as well not even made the trip.
They were...
Like, just take the L. Don't stay home.
Yeah, they were aided last week because of the 6 turnovers that they created. Yeah. That allowed them to have short field, to be able to put points on the board. Yesterday, like, when I watch Pittsburgh play football, like, there are some coaches that, the nuances of, all 5 guys. Mike Martz was really good at all 5 of my eligibles. You don't know who's getting the ball. I think Kyle Shanahan has some of that in it. Like, you don't know who's getting the ball. Bruce Arians was big on stretching the field, using the entire field, all 53 wide and 100 yards long. Like, if you are only going to run intermediate routes and not throw the ball downfield, stretch the damn field, you're not because the defense is on. They're not going to throw it deep. I can be down here at the line of scrimmage. I can play within this 15-yard range, and I know you're not going to throw any balls past me. And then you got guys that probably can't get past him. You got one guy, and then you got a couple of very good complementary pieces at the receiver position.
Yeah.
So, offensively, man, it's hard to watch.
And an aging quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think, and I think I said this on Friday, Aaron Rodgers had not been an issue for the Steelers. It was really their defense that was costing them, and it looked like that defense showed up again. But last night, it was like, oh, that's right. You're an aging QB. I mean, he struggled badly under pressure. He lacked the pocket mobility that we've seen from in the past. Arm strength has certainly declined. There's a lot of deep throws that were sailing on him, and it was just ugly. That was the first game where I thought, oh, you're old. Can't take his house. He's too old. That's what I thought watching him last night. 51 completion percentage, 161 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and a backbreaker right before half from Aaron Rodgers. But even the Chargers, hey, let's write off the chart. Nope, they're back again. It's just a weird season, but it's been a lot of fun because you simply don't know what you're going to see when you sit down and watch these games.
And I agree with that because I love what the Patriots did down in Tampa.
That was impressive.
That, to me...
And they started slow. That was impressive.
And I've been saying for weeks, they don't have a superstar. They don't have a guy. They got a multitude of people. Like Travion Henderson went off yesterday. Like they got guys. They're gonna find a way to. And defensively, I love what they do defensively as well. Like they
play hard.
They play hard. Mike Vrabel is a. You know he's going to be a defensive-minded coach. He's going to get that defense to play at a high level. I thought Baker really had no real time at times. Christian Gonzalez is a great cover corner. Like they got playmakers on the defense, and they got guys that get after the quarterback. And offensively, it's put your hand in the pile. We're going to do it as a team effort, and we're going to make things happen.
So they're 8-2. They're tied for the AFC's best record with the Colts and the Broncos. Drake May is now tied with Matthew Stafford as an MVP betting favorite too.
I hate it.
I tell you what, though.
I know why you hate it.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Vrabel and Drake May have brought the friggin' Patriots right back.
Yes, they have.
What do you not like about it?
Because
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor is the best player in football. And no, it's not. I mean,
CD, you're the one that told us it's a quarterback award.
Well, it's a dumbass rule.
Okay, but you can't tell us when we pick other players.
I didn't say I liked it. I just said that's what it is. But if Jonathan Taylor is third,
he booted us.
Yeah, the hell.
He's the QB award.
Anybody
talking about a QB? He's mad at me about QB.
Nah, I hate it. It's a dumbass rule. It's a dumbass decision. Today I'm actually okay. I'm not.
I don't know.
Had a good weekend. I didn't have to travel. I was watching football all day. Yeah, I'm just telling you.
We'll see.
You're gonna piss me off. You want to? You can.
It won't take much.
I know you like to stir it up, so I'll be waiting.
Well, you already caught me, okay?
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor went off.
I'm sorry, that was rude.
Jonathan Taylor went off again yesterday. He's been incredible.
He's pretty good.
He's been absolutely incredible.
Special.
And another narrow loss for the Falcons. Jeez, man. So our Pick'em Challenge, Moon finished with 10, King Scott 9, Riz 9, Rafe 8, Learn had 8. For us, I had 9, BK had 8, Carey had 8, Jamie 7, and Marsh was 6. So Marsh had a rough one. I will say this about Marsh. He had the Giants, who had an improbable loss.
Got their coach fired.
He probably should have been fired a couple weeks ago.
You guys all had the Jaguars. I actually took the Texans, so I was on the right side of that one.
And
that one cost us. That was a fluke.
They were winning the entire game.
Yep.
The Jaguars aren't good either.
No, they aren't.
That's the only reason why I took the Texans is like, wait, we're all hopping on the Jaguars bed. They're not good. They had that game on lockdown.
You find a way
Panthers
to lose.
lost to the Saints.
What are we doing?
Patriots beat the Buccaneers. I'm sorry. Say what you want about Drake May, but that to me makes the Patriots a legitimate team. I know the Bucs had some injuries.
Yeah.
But before that, you're going,
that opened my eyes.
I feel like everybody talking about the Patriots was like, well, let's just wait to see where the floor falls out from under them.
I thought it was going to this weekend.
And it didn't.
And Baker Mayfield and the Bucs went right up the field. They got the 7. And then New England made their adjustments, and it was on lockdown. They were patient, too. They're patient. They're so well coached.
Mayfield had 273 yards, 3 touchdowns, and they lost.
Yeah, and a couple of those came like the last drive.
Yeah, the last drive, they scored.
They went right up the field.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Drake May threw 1 pick, but
yeah,
it's a really good team, man.
Yeah. It really is.
I regret that pick over the Giants one.
The not taking the Patriots?
Yeah.
Was that your pick for Remember when we did the pick that you can see it happen, but you don't have the huevos rancheros to make it? Was that yours?
No.
Oh, you and I said Vikings.
Well, I had the Cardinals with how they were playing, and they might go back to Kyler Murray after what happened yesterday.
Wow.
It was 30, was it 35?
It was 35 to nothing
in the first half.
or 35 to 7 or something.
What the hell is going on?
It was 28 to nothing in a blink. They had the 2 defensive touchdowns. That game was unreal.
Oh, yeah. It was over.
You
First
blinked,
third.
and I mean, you say like Seattle finished third. I don't even think they finished third in that game. Arizona, man, not Seattle.
But, another winnable game for the Vikings.
Another winnable game. They shot themselves in the foot.
100%.
They had too many false start penalties.
And the special
Too many
teams. You had the
Miles
crucial
Fries.
fumble. You almost lost another one
Yeah.
on the ensuing
I was
kickoff.
losing my mind, Anthony.
It
I was
was
losing
bad.
my mind.
I thought J.J. McCarthy had a rough fourth quarter.
The whole team was bad. I even thought Justin Jefferson didn't play well.
No, he
It was
didn't.
just
He had a couple-
It was a bad, even Kevin O'Connell, bad situational football.
Yeah.
It was bad. And they were winning at halftime.
I thought they looked good. Naylor had a couple of big plays.
They looked good for a half.
They looked good for a half.
They looked good for a half.
The old Atlanta Falcon.
Yep.
It's a tough model.
Yeah, you're not going to win a lot of games.
No.
What's trending is next on 101 ESPN.
Zwickle Light from Urban Chestnut. Let me tell you about this beer. It is unreal. Had a bunch of it over at the Halloween party, and we still have some left over. And I had people asking me, actually this morning, asking me if I had any Zwickle Light left to give them. So I gave out another case to a buddy of mine. It's a locally brewed light lager, low calories. And what I mean by that, 95 calories only, 3.7 carbs. It is a... go anywhere, do anything kind of beer. Whatever you're up to that day, this beer fits it perfect. It's the unofficial beer of St. Louis hockey. And again, the taste is unbelievable. If you compare it to some of the other light beers that you think are staples in your life, grab a Zwickle Light, nice and cold. Pour it into a nice ice-cold glass. I'm telling you, you're going to absolutely love it. And by the way, be on the lookout for 12-ounce bottles coming up, too. Nothing tastes better than a Zwickle Light in a nice, cold beer bottle. It's awesome. You're absolutely going to love it. So please, get to the nearest location, find your Zwickle Light, and get some over to your home and enjoy it like I am. Also, visit them at urbanchestnut.com. Live your light style, St. Louis.
topics in the sports world.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending? Brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks. Just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, have you seen what's going on with Bryce Harper? So Harper, and this is Alan Walsh. And we know Alan Walsh.
I know Alan very well.
Yes.
I know Alan very well.
He was the one who was saying all this. That Harper was allegedly threatened by a Major League Baseball official over the summer. And if you guys remember when Harper and Rob Manfred, there was that whole situation when he went into the clubhouse and basically Harper told him to get the fast lane out of here. Well, Walsh was saying that an official told Harper and whatnot, you don't say that. That's how people end up in a ditch.
Okay.
Yeah. I read this. I couldn't believe it. And look, whether I don't necessarily think Bryce Harper should be berating the commissioner of baseball in the clubhouse. Although I know how it happens because things got really screwy with the NHL and Gary Bettman and the players. Like, you do take it personal at some point. Now, that being said, that is the Phillies clubhouse. Rob Manfred, although the commissioner of baseball, doesn't have just any right to walk into the clubhouse.
Sure.
Now, should Bryce Harper maybe walk over and tell him, hey, man, look, you're just not wanted in here, rather than just berating him?
Nobody wants you here, man.
To each their own. But then to have somebody else who approaches Bryce Harper and says, that's how people end up in a ditch. Basically saying, like, you could get killed.
Yeah.
If you keep doing that again, you might get hurt.
A little rough.
I said to Marcia, what does this tell us about what the hell's about to happen? Because if we thought at any point, like, hey, baseball's finally going to figure it out and they're going to get this CBA. They'll spend all year next year getting it done, right? I don't think so. You got players MFing the commissioner and then the commissioner's people threatening people's lives.
I have zero faith that Major League Baseball will move swiftly to work with the players' union on avoiding potential lockout.
They're wanting to move swiftly on doing other things to players.
Yeah, no kidding. Apparently.
Yeah. Allegedly.
This is all alleged, and
it's all hearsay.
It's all hearsay. But Alan Walsh is never.
We should get Alan Walsh on.
He is also. He's always bringing up something with his players, and I find it very entertaining. Now this is kind of disturbing, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
You probably so, Jamie, you know this, right?
Wait, I can't
When
wait
you
to
are
hear this.
like superstar players.
Yeah, I know the feeling, Carey.
Well, yeah, we do. At some point in our lives, the hell with that. We were.
You were. You're right. That's right,
I don't
Carey.
give a damn
Doesn't
what
matter
that-
where.
At
when.
some point in our life, we were the superstar players. That's
Carey
not at
gets it.
not at the highest level. But there are some crazy people out there that really are overprotective of their superstar players. Like you don't say certain things to certain people because other people will take offense to it, and then those people might say something to you similar to what you said to that superstar player. And
we call that turf wars.
Yeah, then there are more of those fans that people that care about that superstar player than there are of you. So if you allegedly said that, someone might allegedly say it back to you, but they might actually mean it. Just saying.
It's a good point. It's a real good point, Carey.
Yeah. Just being a superstar in general, like they have.
It's a burden.
Yeah, it is. You got people watching your back that you don't even know, and some of them are crazy. So
I wasn't a superstar, and I had people that were willing to watch my back.
See what I mean?
Now, I needed it a lot of times. But, that's neither here nor there.
You don't call on them. You don't
didn't
ask.
call them. They were there. They volunteered.
They are there.
They just give you the wink, like,
Yeah.
Hey,
you're not involved.
You good?
Yeah.
They're like,
I'm
Jamie,
good.
I think
No, you good?
I think your cab's waiting for you outside.
Yeah.
Just leave.
I had a guy like that one time. He had my back, man. No doubt about it.
Was it
That was my dad that may have fetched the beating.
Oh.
But you know what? Carey was there for me. Carey was there for
All
me.
right, got you. I thought it was, I forgot his name, who you jumped off the, what was his name?
The what?
The classmate. You said.
Oh, yeah, Larry.
Larry.
Yeah, Larry. Oh,
Yeah,
Larry wasn't there for me.
Larry wasn't there for you that day, man.
Nope. When I jumped off that structure on the playground.
Damn it, Larry.
When I was like 7.
You broke your arm? Was it your arm?
My heel.
Your heel, yeah. Oh,
which is
damn,
not-
Larry.
Was
yeah.
his name Larry or
Larry.
Lawrence?
No, it was Larry.
Was that more of a Lawrence thing?
I don't know. I just feel like kids being named Larry is kind of weird. I picture Larry with a mustache.
It was in the, I mean, this is the
Might have been
90s.
Larry Bird.
It's early
Might have
90s.
Like I
named
said, I
after
picked Larry with a
Bird.
mustache.
Yeah. Oh, Larry.
Yeah, Larry was no help that day.
Okay.
Shattered my heel.
Let's just say that this is all true and whatnot. Like, what happens from here?
With Bryce Harper?
Yeah.
Oh, no. He's got to go on record and then
No, nothing's going to happen
Something
now
happened
because
to
it's
him?
so public. Now
Okay.
you can't do it to Bryce Harper. You have to do it to another guy who's not suspecting
Whoa.
it.
Wow. Jamie, you know a lot about this.
So you've been told. And that's
So
usually.
I hear.
Yeah.
Now all the attention's on one guy.
You, right now.
No, not me. I'm just describing what somebody told me one time.
Gotcha. Okay. Speaking of Jamie, he wants to know if the Cardinals actually got something right. Yeah. Not the Arizona Cardinals. They got nothing right
Got nothing
yesterday.
at all to
Yeah.
look
No,
forward
the
to.
St. Louis Cardinals. We'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN.
All right, are you tired of waking up and you got to pop open that laptop or check your phone? You're looking at the stock market. You're kind of dreading, oh, man, what's the opening bell going to say today? Oh, and the closing bell, and you're looking at things all day long. That is stressful. I know the feeling. I've been there. What isn't stressful is investing in U.S. farmland. You're probably thinking, what is he talking about? Yeah, U.S. farmland. Look, a lot of successful people are investing into U.S. farmland. Why do you ask that? Because there's steady returns, long-term growth, and real stability, and there's appreciation of the land and the farm every year that goes away. Now, it's not astronomical year to year, but there is growth every year, which is solid. That's what you want. It takes a little bit of the stress out of it for you. And if you're doing so, call AgVest. They have helped leading financial institutions manage over $900 million in farmland deals, and they're licensed in 10 states as well. AgVest also helps farmers right now. If you own farmland and you're not sure what you're doing with it or how to get the business going, they offer full service management. They also offer sourcing and diligence to rent, as well as even tenant selection. But you got to pick up the phone, and you got to call the AgVest founder, Chris Bronner, at 618-520-7022. That's 618-520-7022, or you can visit agvestadvisors.com. Buy land, they are not making it anymore.
6, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. So Chaim Bloom was on STL Sports Central over the weekend with our guy Randy Carrick, or last week I should say, and he was asked about being held accountable by the fans, the media, and kind of what his responsibility was to that. And Bloom responded by saying this.
It means a lot to be doing this in a place where this means so much to our fans. We all stand on the shoulders of our fans, but I'm not sure that there's any organization whose fans are as important to the organization as Cardinals fans are to the Cardinals, with what they've meant to this organization over the years, what this organization is built on, what makes this place special, and they're passionate. I hope to be held accountable. I hope people will bring that passion. I want them to have opinions. And, so this is an open invitation to you and everybody out there, all my good friends in the media. Like, please come at me, hold me accountable. I want our fans to have access to as much candor and as much unfiltered honesty from this organization as possible, because they care so much. They deserve that. And this is a baseball town.
So, Jamie, I know when you heard that, you had a response about whether or not the Cardinals finally got it right. What do you mean?
Well, can you in a million years imagine John Mozeliak saying those exact words?
Those exact words, no.
No chance. In fact, Mo would have somehow, being asked, how do you feel about being held accountable? He would have found a way to skirt around it and then offend 1,200 people at the same time. Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
And not even wanting to offend people.
No.
He would have.
I mean,
and then what?
In defense, 10% of those people are already offended by him speaking.
But he brought that on himself. That's because of years and years and years of answering questions or avoiding questions.
Sure.
Chaim Bloom, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds with him. Bless you, Marshy.
Bless you, Marshy.
Bless you.
But I do know this. Every time he's had a press conference or he was on BK and Ferrario here with us, on with Randy or whoever, he has been extremely forthcoming, right to the line without crossing. Basically giving everyone enough to nibble at without getting the whole meal, which is exactly what you have to do. That's what Doug Armstrong does. Army doesn't give you the whole meal. He gives you just enough to keep you satisfied, and then, well, that's good. I got fed at least. I got a little something. And all of the best presidents, GMs in all of sports, they're capable of doing that, of telling you as much as they possibly can without telling you everything when they're talking to the media. And, yeah, you want to hold me accountable? Yeah, I hope you do. That's ownership of what's going on. And it actually shows me somebody's pretty confident in their abilities. Because if you're telling people to hold me accountable, you must think to yourself, I'm going to make some pretty good decisions, and or I have, what I'm being told anyways, is the support of ownership to make sure I can see this out the right way, so therefore I'm confident right now.
It's tough. Look, he's going to have to make, he already has had to make a bunch of different decisions, and he's going to have to make a bunch of different decisions for as long as he's here, whether that is at the minor league level, at the big league level. It's not just trades or free agent moves. Obviously, it's with his coaching staff, with his scouting department, how they do things. There is so much on his shoulders. It's almost impossible to have everybody agree with you inside and outside of that building and still be confident when you're getting all of the feedback and the criticism, whether the criticism's fair or not. I mean, you hear it, and it's tough to swallow your pride and put your ego aside and make good decisions. But to balance that all off, you also have to be confident, like you're talking about. You have to be confident in what you're doing. Somebody can tell you flat out, I think you should be doing it a different way. And you have to have the belief in yourself and the confidence to say, no, I'm doing it. Thank you for your input.
Yeah.
Here's how we're doing it. And then you have to be right. So you can keep your job, and everybody else can keep their job, and your team wins. So he's got a lot certainly on his plate, but I do think some early transparency is a breath of fresh air with this organization.
And I think the fact that he's, like you said, confident and comfortable in his own skin and understanding, where he's at, the organization, the legacy that this organization has. I'm okay with making decisions that are going to be tough. And I think he also understands that just because I make a decision, everyone isn't going to like it. There is going to be criticism, but that's leadership. Like that's what comes with leadership, understanding that, in my opinion, if I'm in a leadership role, I have to make the best decision for what I believe is for the best of the team. And it might not be in agreement with everyone on my staff, in the organization, every single fan. They might not like it. But you put me in this position to do a job. I'm going to do it with conviction. I'm going to believe in the things that I do. I'm going to surround myself with people who are not just going to tell me, yeah, that's a great idea. Like, really give me input and feedback as to why this is or is not a good decision. And then I'm going to make the decision that I feel is best. And I think he's saying to the fans, yeah, I'm going to be criticized. I know it. I know you're not going to like every single decision I make, but understand that I'm trying to do what's best for the organization and for this team in every step that I have. So it is a breath of fresh air. It is something that you want to hear. You're excited to hear that because it can give you a hopeful outlook for what this team is going to be for 26 and beyond.
And I think also, too, it's necessary to recognize that, like, he's already made moves. Like, you brought it up. But he's already expanded the scouting staff. He's brought in a gentleman from St. Louis. I forget his name now. But he's highly coveted. He was with the Astros, I believe. They basically stole him from the Astros.
For his front office?
Yeah. To help with the international market. So the international market is somewhere where the Cardinals, I don't want to say have struggled, but they haven't been prominent. Mm-hmm. And so by Chaim Bloom doing so, you got his name, Marshy?
Joe Douglas.
Jacob Buffa.
Yeah,
Jacob
that's
Buffa.
it. Yeah, that's it.
They
Buffa.
hired Joe Douglas, too.
But he's making moves that are already in line with what he said. Mm-hmm. So if you talk the talk and you walk the walk, that, too, it's like it's building trust amongst the fan base, the players, whatever it is.
Right.
Now, let's just be real here. Unless you're the top 6 or 7 teams in payroll every year, your fan base is not going to love every decision you make.
No.
Like, I would have a hard time believing that there are very many Dodgers fans that think the team didn't go all in. Or even Phillies fans. And like, they may have fallen short. They may be mad at some of the players or the manager. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they feel like, man, they really didn't pour all their resources into this.
Right.
The Cardinals aren't going to be able to do that. So there's moves that Chaim Bloom is going to make where you're going to be like, what is that? Well, he signed that guy. Like, but you got to look past next year. Maybe it's 2 years down the road. Maybe it's a gap filler. Maybe it's not. Right. Maybe it's somebody he saw potential in when he was with Tampa or with Boston. And now, all of these things, as much as I like what I'm hearing, I still think the fan base is going to have to exercise
the demons.
Exercise the demons. Well, maybe.
Some of it.
But just give them a chance. Give peace a chance.
I didn't think you were going there. But you can go here. We have your shot to score a set of Cardinals apparel tickets for the 2026 St. Louis Cardinals season. The apparel pack includes 2 tickets to 5 Cardinals home games next season with popular giveaways like a Cardinals hoodie, jersey, and more. Text in now to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646 for your chance to win. Here's your trivia question. Which Cardinal drew the most walks on the team last year? Which Cardinal drew the most walks on the team last season?
I know somebody got hit by a lot of pitches.
If you have the correct answer and you're the 101st texter to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646, you'll go see the Cardinals. You get that apparel pack. Cardinals ticket packs are now on sale starting at just 5 games. Find all the St. Louis Cardinals ticket pack info now at cardinals.com/tickets. We're going to dive into some college football. We're going to do our carousel next. We talked about Mizzou earlier and their loss to A&M. Is A&M a legit national title contender? I think most of us would say yes, but I'm interested in Carey's thoughts because Carey kept waiting for A&M to A&M. Mm-hmm. So I wonder what his thoughts are now. And is there a team right now that might be just outside of the top teams in the nation that you think could still win a national title? Maybe Jamie will consider his Red Raiders his, quote unquote. It's next on 101 ESPN.
Circus Sports coming to the lovely state of Missouri. Going to happen here real soon. December 1st, I believe, is launch time for Circus Sports. But they've already launched all over the country in different places. And you can download Circus Sports Illinois, the app. Find it on the website or the App Store. Super easy to find, download. Very, very, very user-friendly. And you can bet on your favorite teams and players with ease. It really is sports betting the way it should be. They've got great lines on futures bets, whether it's a team or a championship or something like that that you think you're really confident in. Get on there. Bet on the futures. They've got tight money line splits on a nightly basis and daily basis, no matter what it is. They have the best odds of any app that's out there. Derek Stevens prides himself on providing you, the consumer, with the best odds out there, which means, hey, you're getting the biggest payouts too, and you also have the opportunity to have high betting limits, which some apps, let's be honest, they don't allow you to do that. Well, Circus Sports does. So please don't miss out on the action. Download Bet Like a Pro with your Circus Sports Illinois app today, and make sure you don't miss out on all the excitement. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. College football, it was pretty crazy, man. How about the Indiana game?
Oh,
that kid made a remarkable catch.
Guys, I got a question for the football brains in the house, because the hockey brain was watching that, and I almost threw an object in my home, and I don't get that personally invested into college football games, let alone games that don't include Mizzou. Okay?
Yeah.
I saw a Penn State team that had a crap sandwich all year. They were, second out of the preseason, ranked number 2 in the nation.
Yep.
Things haven't gone well. They've lost a coach, blah, 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 blah. I watched a team absolutely bulldog Indiana's offensive line and their quarterback, and especially late in the game. And then they go into prevent. What the actual fast lane?
Well,
I get you don't want to get the top knocked out, but if it hasn't happened all friggin' day.
They got after him a couple of times. I think they had
they did it,
the first play of that drive.
And what happened?
But then they got a sack. But I think that was more about Fernando Mendoza and what he was capable. Because I was texting my friends. They had a drive before that when they were down. And I said, if he doesn't do anything on this drive, this is you talk about being a first-round draft pick quarterback. You talk about being a Heisman contender. And they didn't do anything. And then Penn State, I think, went down and scored. Mm-hmm. And you got another chance with, what was it, a minute or so left, a couple minutes left. And he took his team down, and he hit the seam route. He made a couple of throws up the seam that Penn State didn't cover.
He played great.
He made one on the sideline where number 80, who hadn't caught, he had 7 catches in the game, had 7 damn catches all year long. Mm-hmm. Charlie Becker made that throw, and then the throw, under duress, they did heat him up on that final throw, and Omar Cooper made a hell of a play. That kid jumped out of the damn gym and went up and got it and got 2 feet in. And it was
I don't know how he did that, because his body is going. He's catch it.
Shoved.
Yeah. He's being shoved. He's catching it this way. All his momentum is taking him out of the back of the end zone, and he was able to get not 1 but 2 feet in. He only needed the 1, obviously.
Incredible.
But he got 2 feet down somehow. That would have been obviously a touchdown in the NFL. Yeah. That was. I wouldn't say the season's on the line there, but we would have a much different conversation today.
Yeah.
Because Penn State, all the reports coming out of Penn State this week is that players are checked out. They don't. Some of them aren't even going to play. They're kind of nursing injuries, but a lot of the media figured, well, they're not only nursing injuries, they're just kind of aiming for that transfer portal. Whoever was in uniform for Penn State on Saturday certainly gave it everything they had. But Indiana might be special.
They might be. I felt bad, though. I felt bad for Penn State. Go ahead,
I didn't.
Was that game enough for you to bump Texas A&M up and Indiana down?
No,
only because all these teams have had those type of games. Marsh, it's a good question, but Texas A&M beat Arkansas by 3. Yeah. So. And that was also on the road. It was a game that Indiana, I thought, was controlling that game. Up 20-7, and it looked like at some point the dam would break, but Penn State just kept hanging around. It was kind of similar against Arkansas when A&M went to Fayetteville a couple of weeks ago. So, every team's going to have that. Clearly, though, Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Bama. Georgia looked really good on the road, too, against Mississippi State, who had been...
They were down to start that game, too.
They were down 7-0 early. Mississippi State went right up the field. But that was one of the better games Georgia has played.
Yeah.
The top 5 or 6, if we want to include Ole Miss, I think are really intriguing. Texas A&M handled business against BYU.
First, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, excuse me.
Yes.
Texas A&M is what it is. Before we get to Tech, I want to ask you about A&M. Where are you on them? Are you, because you've been the one, and I get it. A&M's got A&M at some point.
I was impressed with what they did. They didn't, Marcel Reed didn't run the ball at all, really, until that last drive where he finally said, "Okay, we'll run the quarterback." They felt like they were in control of that game the entire time. I thought he made some good throws, and I thought they played really well. I didn't see a Texas A&M team that really felt like it had any holes in it. They don't look like a team that is missing any main components to not be a national champion contender. And I think Mike Elko has that team playing at the level that they're supposed to be. And I don't think that was their best game. Mm-hmm. I think what they did against Missouri was got in there. You started a little bit slower than I thought you wanted to, but then they were able to pick it up in the second half and kind of put the foot on the throttle. And that might be who this team is, because they were a little slow against LSU a couple of weeks ago as well, and then put the foot on the throttle in the second half and just got them up out of there. So I think they have a team that is capable of doing a multitude of things. They got really explosive receivers that you get the ball in their hands. They're going to make plays. They're good in the special teams game. I didn't see any weaknesses for Texas A&M yesterday.
All right.
Or Saturday.
Texas Tech.
Let's go, baby. What a beatdown.
They are that fringe team. So the team that's right in that, wherever they'll probably be, they'll be 7th because they'll flip with BYU. At the very least, they'll be 7th. in that 7 to 10 range in the playoff picture. I think Texas Tech is more intriguing than Oregon. I wasn't overly impressed with Oregon again. I know Iowa plays defense. I know it was raining. It was nasty elements and all that, but I don't know. There is something there. Oregon leaves something to be desired.
They always have.
I guess so. Yeah.
They can't win the big game.
Oh, wow.
They got pushed around by Indiana, barely beat Penn State, and I thought that was a big win at the time, but now you look back and you're like, I don't know.
Maybe not.
I think Texas Tech with that defensive line is more intriguing right now than Oregon.
They got after BYU so quickly that I was kind of flipping back and forth between that game and the Indiana game. Mm-hmm. And then after a point, I was like, and Texas Tech got this thing settled. Yeah. Let me watch the entire. They couldn't do anything offensively. It was a struggle.
Does that say more about Tech or BYU, though?
I think it says a lot about Tech. I think it says more about Texas Tech and what they were able to do offensively, defensively. They were really good this weekend. Mm-hmm. And so, like I said, I was flipping back and forth, and I was like, let me stick to this Penn State Indiana game because they look like they're fighting for something here.
So it's going to be interesting with the Big 12. Texas Tech right now is in control, and they have UCF.
Oh, they got nothing.
West Virginia. So those are two games they should absolutely win. BYU, a little tougher road. TCU, Cincinnati, and then UCF. Cincinnati, that game in 2 weeks, that's an elimination game now.
Yeah.
Because Cincinnati's right behind them at 5-1 in the conference. BYU is 5-1 as well. And so the way things are kind of lining up, Carey, that's going to be an elimination game for the Big 12 championship.
Correct. And I mean, as poorly as BYU played against Texas Tech, at Texas Tech, if you get to a neutral site, anything can happen. So I don't think you can write off BYU in that game because it's hard to play at BYU, just like it's hard to play at Texas Tech. So if those two teams match up again in the Big 12 championship and BYU wins, they're probably both in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an exciting time watching these last 3 weeks play out, and then the college football, the championship games for those conferences.
Well, we'll get the week 2 college football playoff rankings coming out. You think Texas is in there?
I do.
You think they squeeze in this time?
I think they found their way back in. They've weaseled their way back in. And they have some. Who do they? They still got Oklahoma left at the end of the year. They got Georgia. This week.
They beat Oklahoma.
Oh, they already beat Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. They got Georgia this week, and they got Texas A&M at the end of the year. So they could solidify themselves in the playoff picture.
They could
if they beat Texas A&M, and if they beat Georgia this week.
Guys, quick question for you. Every week as it goes on and on and on, ever since week 1, is Alabama the best team in the country?
They're really good.
Like, I'm not saying the record, there's undefeated Ohio State. Fine. But if when they play, this weekend, they play Oklahoma, who's 12th. If they beat Oklahoma, they will have beaten so many ranked teams. Like, I'm starting to think that, like, I'm going to put my money on Bama to win this thing.
I wouldn't.
I would phrase.
I know you wouldn't, but Carey, you can't deny what's going on.
I'm still torn up about that loss at the beginning of the year. I know it was a while ago.
You have never let that go.
State
whatever
stinks,
you do,
man.
Anthony, don't stub your toe once around CD.
I told you what my coach said. You do something once, what that means.
Yeah.
Depends what you do.
Man.
Sometimes you learn.
Jamie, Alabama can beat anybody in the nation. That's how I view that.
Well, they have beaten almost everybody.
Except for Florida State, and Carey will never forgive them for
guess
that.
what? They won't have to play Florida State
Good
again.
for them. Good.
Yeah,
luckily for them, because Florida State stinks.
It was week 1 on the road.
I'd love to see
Florida
if this
State
was Illinois. Illinois would be anointed the team of the century.
He's not wrong.
My God.
He's not. The hell?
Carey's like, don't you get how this works? We got Blues Cues coming up next. Send in your Blues.
Speaking of.
Blues-related questions into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Again, Blues Cues going at you next in the Fast Lane.
Pure Performance, they are your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications. They are known for their top quality work and exceptional customer service. And after nearly 45 years of outfitting the best-dressed vehicles in St. Louis and St. Charles, you can trust your prized investment in the great hands of my friends over at Pure Performance. And it doesn't matter what you drive, by the way, any vehicle you've got, they have accessories for you. And they don't just slap accessories on there. Here you go. You know, they tell you what works, what doesn't work, what's good for your vehicle, the quality. All of those things are important because you leave a satisfied customer and you get to enjoy your vehicle and the accessories long term. Some places will just charge you the most money, throw whatever you want on your car, no matter what it looks like, no matter what the functionality is. Not at Pure Performance. So please take a minute, if you can, stop by the 25,000 square foot facility right there in St. Charles, right off of Highway 70, exit Cave Springs Boulevard, right down there on your left. When you walk in, please ask for Shelby or Paul. Tell them that Jamie Rivers sent you in, and I promise you they're going to take great care of you. If you can't get there in person, though, please remember to get there online. Visit pureperformance.com. That's pure, P-U-R, performance.com.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Blues fell to the Seattle Kraken over the weekend by a final score of 4-3. An overtime loss for the Blues. They do pick up a point. And they'll take on the Calgary Flames tomorrow. You can listen to that game right here on 101 ESPN. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. We will have Blues Cues coming up next. So if you have a question regarding your St. Louis Blues, text into the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. We'll answer those Blues questions next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Now, it's time for the Fast Lane's Blues Cues.
All right, if you have any Blues-related questions, you can send them right now to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Time for Blues Cues. Marsh, fire away.
All right, from Grant Francis Fan Club. If Pavel Buchnevich's poor play is a result of playing injured, why doesn't someone step in and sit him until he's healthy? And if it's not an injury, why has he not been scratched or had his minutes/role reduced?
Well, a couple things. One, I can't step in and play role of coach as far as like why he hasn't been scratched or why his minutes haven't been slashed. That's no matter what we think, that's the coach's decision. That's why Monty got a 5-year deal. It's his job to decide all those things, whether even with the Cairo benching, all roads lead to Monty and they end there. So far be it for me to tell him who to sit, when to sit him, or how to scratch him, and all that stuff. But I will say that if he's not injured, there's a problem here. There is. If he's not injured, then there's parts of his game that need work, whether that's more work in the gym, more work on the ice, more work in the video room. I don't know. It's pretty well known. I haven't been around the team as much this year as I have the last 2 years. So I don't have necessarily all of the ins and outs that maybe I had in the past. But yeah, it's either way, his play has to improve.
You have your hand up, Carey?
I thought you had a question, Carey.
No, my shoulders.
No, it's okay, Carey. Talk to the group.
It's,
just like the teacher
Carey?
used to do. You put your hand up. Oh, no, I didn't. No, that's okay. What do you got to say to the group, Carey?
Well, I said it earlier. I think if he's injured, then he shouldn't be playing. And if he ain't injured, then he need to play better.
That's not a question. That was a statement.
Oh, you wanted a question?
Well, it felt like you had a question.
No, I was stretching, but okay, I got a question. I'll read it from the 314. Explain the debacle with 0.5 seconds left in overtime.
Oh, boy.
Well, it wasn't overtime, so we can scratch that off.
I think it was like and overtime, so
And
explain.
overtime.
Oh, I thought you said and overtime.
Explain it all.
0.5 seconds
I was
left.
looking for the loop.
I know.
And
You almost had
then
it.
it's a two-parter. So explain the 6-on-5 situation. Give me that. And then explain overtime.
Yeah, I thought the 6-on-5 situation, watching it over and over and over again, I thought they handled it well. Bukestad's right there, supposed to be in the shooting lane. He got there, a weak little shot got past his leg. And I'm not going to use it as an excuse, but Eberle did run into the blocker arm and pulled the stick away from Binnington, and the goal went in on the blocker side. So it's pretty tough to say it's not goalie interference when it had the puck gone over the glove and he bumped into the blocker. I'd say, yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. But if the goalie's there trying to make a save or even just put his body in the way and he's being pulled open, I don't see how that wasn't overturned. But honestly, leading up to that point, they stayed compact in the middle. They pressured out when they could. I call that the star. So you have your 5 guys, like 5 on a dice, right? And wherever the puck goes, you have the little like a star. You see the little, like the things that are flashing. So it goes up to the fence, and one guy goes out, pressures the puck. As soon as it moves, right back to 5 on the dice. Again, they did that. The puck got through and found a way to get into the net. That was bad luck. Other times last year, you could look and say, that was bad play. I felt, watching it several times, that it was bad luck.
Okay, now explain overtime. Well, you didn't even get a chance to touch the puck.
So this is why I hate overtime. And this is why I have been saying this for a number of years, Anthony. You've heard me pound this drum over and over and over again. Never afraid to pound it.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Once you cross center ice, I think it should be like basketball. You can't go back.
Yeah.
And then once you cross center ice, there's no offside. So now it's half ice, wide open.
I like that.
Now you're going to get offensive play. You're going to get teams that take a chance, not just hanging on to the puck until the other team's dead tired and then taking advantage of it. Because a lot of times, for some of the really good teams, now Seattle's not a really good team, but they've managed to exercise the operation perfectly, is what?
Exercise the demons.
You guys remember that? Exercise the demons. Some teams, you win the face-off, and the other team never touch the puck for 5 minutes sometimes.
Yeah,
That was rough.
That's why I hate it. That's why I'm really going to petition the NHL. They won't listen, of course. Guaranteed they won't answer my phone call. As soon as you pass center ice, you can't go back, but there's no blue line anymore. Just let's go. Let's play offense. Take some risks, and then now the same thing. You get it back, come back the other way, wide open, baby.
Yeah.
What did you think of Braden Shen on the goal that was scored? Speaking of basketball, it looked like a great pick and roll.
Yeah, it's
You wanna
tough.
compare
You
it
get
to that.
tired. You've been out there for however long it was. Like, stuff happens. I didn't particularly like the goal either. I didn't think it was a great angle. For that to go off far post and in, felt like Joel Hofer's a pretty big guy. Probably take a little bit more space up there. But again, we're splitting hairs here a little bit. You got to do better. In my opinion, to solve the whole riddle, don't let it be 3-3. How about that overall? You're up 2-0. Like, this should be enough.
Yeah. I feel like, we're kind of minimizing that. The Blues had a 2-goal lead in that game. We really haven't even brought that up.
No. Well, we've had a lot of issues to dive into today, Marsh.
Yeah.
Blues are fine.
Okay, let's go back to the Air Comfort Service text line. 314. What can Logan Mailloux specifically work on in the AHL? And do you think being in the minors is similar to baseball? Can a guy go down and be great, i.e. Jordan Walker, and not really have the game expose his weaknesses?
No, so with Logan Mailloux, it's a whole other, ball of wax here. He's got all of the tools. He's got the ability. He's got to go play. Like right now, think about this. Right now, and I've joked about this before, openly. The get off! That whole thing, Mario Lemieux's on, Riv, get off. I'm going to yell.
Yeah.
That's what Logan Mailloux is experiencing right now. Now, Jimmy Montgomery's not, get off! But look at the minutes played. Him and Tucker barely play together. He'll only play with Broberg or Fowler. He'll only play against third and fourth line players. He won't be on the ice for a defensive zone fit. How the hell do you get better? And where does your confidence go?
Yeah.
I've been Logan Mailloux. This is why I get a little bit testy with certain people. I've been Logan Mailloux to where you're not being trusted. Now, I didn't get sent back to the minors. I had to gut it out and try to figure out, and literally had to change my entire game to become a player that could play every day. But Logan Mailloux, I don't want that for him. I want him to be the player that he's always been, and he needs to go down and play. He'll play 25 to 30 minutes a game. And the American Hockey League, although it's not the NHL, the top two lines in the AHL could easily be playing in the NHL. And he will be playing against those guys, night in and night out. He'll anchor the power play. He'll play penalty kill. He'll be snapping that puck around, tape to tape, jumping up in the play, knocking guys around, fighting somebody. He's going to feel fantastic. He's going to hate it at first, because you're mad and you're upset and you're sad and all those things.
Yeah.
Once you get on the ice, you start playing, the fans are going crazy, you got a little bit, it starts to feel pretty good. I remember the year I was in Florida and played one game. And I went down to the minors, asked, I'm like, hey, can I go down to the minors, please? I'm tired of just practicing. And I was kind of miserable. Then I got out there, started playing. I was on the power play, penalty kill, playing 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, this is fun.
Yeah, you start to get your
You get
love
your
of the
mojo
game
back a little bit.
Yep.
Sure. Give me the damn puck, man.
Right.
I'm good. And I think that's what the Blues want for Logan Mailloux. And then when he comes back up here, hopefully the team has ironed out a few things at the same time so that all of them, in unison can kind of take those steps forward.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do one more from the 801.
Go do one more.
One more.
And Jamie, this kind of plays off of something that you said earlier in the show. But the 801 wants to know, Jamie, earlier you said you wish the Blues had signed a veteran for the blue line.
Yes, I was available.
Do you think they regret waiving Nick Leddy?
No, not at all. They want that money off the books. When I'm talking about signing a veteran, not for $4 million, although I certainly would have loved that as a veteran guy. I'm talking about a guy that you're getting for $750, $1 million. The Carl Gunnarsson type of defenseman, the Ryan Suter last year, Mr. Dependable. Throw him on the ice, you don't have to worry. He's playing 10 minutes. It's going to be 10 great minutes. He played 17 minutes, 17 great minutes. Like, you don't have to worry. And Ryan Suter last year may have been the greatest thing that ever happened to Tyler Tucker. I remember talking to both players on a daily basis, and Ryan in particular, Tyler in particular, and saying, hey, I notice every time you go off the ice, you guys are talking. And I was curious. And ulterior motives, because I remember that happening to me when I was a young player. And at some point as a young player, like, enough, dude, out of my freaking ear. I know you're the greatest thing ever. Leave me alone, you know? So I was worried that that's kind of what was going on, but it wasn't. Ryan Suter had told him, hey, man, if I've got something to say, do you mind? And Tucker was like, dude, tell me anything you want. And credit to Tyler Tucker. Tell me anything you want, good, bad, the other. And so they go back off the ice and be like, good pass there. Hey, you see that guy there? Move on. Like, it was having another coach, but it was his partner.
Yeah.
And so that helped Tyler Tucker tremendously. I think they're missing that this year. You got Kessel, Tucker, and Mayu. Where is the veteran guy there? Like, who's supposed to be your veteran guy? None of the three of them have ever played a full season in the NHL yet.
Yeah.
So I would have liked to see. I don't know who's available. Well, who was it? I don't know. I'd have to go look to see who the hell's sitting at home right now, or that's playing in Switzerland, or one of those places that could have been a good, addition.
Bobby Bortz, he's up in the press box.
Bobby Bortz will tell you himself. He's good. He's good.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Is there a non-blue blood program that could win the national championship this season? We'll dive into that next.
Anthony, I don't know about you, but people always ask me about questions we talk to Stewie about and whatnot. And one of them I got asked this weekend about refinancing. So I'm glad we got you on the line, Stewie. When it comes to refinancing, how quickly can you get that closed?
Well, Jamie, it's real simple. We had an ESPN listener call me this morning and said, hey, today is November the 10th. Can I get a loan closed so I don't have to make a November payment? My November payment's due. I want to skip November. I want to skip December. Christmas is around the corner. Can you get it done? And we are going to get it done. We're going to get it done in 10 days. Close and fund before the end of the month. They're not going to have to make the November payment, no December payment. They're getting $30,000 in cash in hand. This is going to be quick, easy. And that's the big difference. You go to other lenders, and they're going to take 30, 45 days to get it done. Good luck. By us, quick, simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. Big bam boom, you got cash in hand.
Jamie, I like not complicated,
No,
I really appreciate that, especially when it comes to things I don't know about. And I certainly don't know about a lot of things that Stewie educates me on, which I appreciate because Stewie's our guy. Stewie can be your guy, too. Pick up that phone, either call or text him. Either way, he hands out his personal cell phone numbers. You can text him, too. 314-324-4440.
Again, that's 314-324-4440.
Call him, text him, day, night, doesn't matter. He's ready to help you out in any of your situations that you might be faced with. If you miss that phone number, you can also Google the Bagel Loan. Thanks, Stewie.
Have a good night, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
this a little bit early on when we were talking about the college football carousel, but which non-blue blood program could win a national championship this year in college football? So obviously we're not talking about Alabama. We already know Alabama's capable of doing it. Certainly Ohio State. They're defending champs. A&M, I wouldn't put in a traditional blue blood category. Obviously Indiana is not, but they're also...
I would put A&M in the blue blood for a number of years now. The money they've been pouring into that school.
Let's do this. Let's eliminate the top 5 teams.
All right.
Well,
that Indiana blue blood, you think?
No, they're not. But
that's what I'm saying.
They're a top 5 team.
Yeah.
So which non-blue blood?
Exercise is not blue blood, right?
I was just repeating what he said.
Which non-blue blood that's also not in the top 5?
I don't know. I feel like you got to throw Indiana in there.
Thank you.
No. They're not a blue blood. But
No, I know.
They're the number 2 team in the nation, though. So.
Yeah, but that's exactly what the exercise is.
All right, fine. To hell with it. Go for it. I don't care. I'm not going to die on this hill. Watch how fun this conversation is. Go ahead.
Indiana.
No,
Indiana.
That's
I'll say I.
Texas Tech.
I.
Nope. Texas Tech. See?
Thank you, Jay.
You thought you had me.
No, I did.
You
just
I got something for you.
sidestepped it.
Right here. There you go.
Yeah. You just sidestepped. You're going to get tackled anyways. 2 yards down the field.
No, if you go backwards, you get safety.
All right, why don't we go ahead and get rid of the top 5 teams?
You guys are...
Brilliant idea, Marsh. Brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When I came up with this, I had Virginia on the list because they were ranked, I think, number 14. Then they went and got beat by Wake Forest.
I said it on Friday. That's the team. That's the team that should be on upset alert.
What are you doing? Like what at home?
They're not very good.
Nonetheless, at home, they lose to Wake Forest at home.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
And Wake Forest got crushed a week ago by Florida State.
Yeah, I don't know. The ACC and whatever non-Power 4 team, the Group of 5 team. You might as well. That's like an additional bye for those teams, and I hate to say that because that's kind of rude, but it feels that way.
It is what it is.
Like Memphis loses, they were supposed to be in the college football playoffs.
They got run out. They got run out their own building.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you have all of this? And this, I will say this, and we'll get back to it. But coaching, only thing harder than coaching, 14 to 18-year-olds is 18 to 22-year-olds. Like it ain't easy. So you don't know what you're going to get from week to week, and that was difficult. But watching Texas Tech in that game, I think that they showed something. I know, Jamie, that's your team. You love Texas Tech. I think they did an outstanding job. I think with Virginia falling in the way that I would put Georgia Tech back in that conversation. Especially if they can beat Georgia at the end.
That smells.
No. Haynes King is one of the best players in college football. He's going to lead your team in passing and rushing most games. Mm-hmm. I love what he's doing. I think that they are a really good football team. So I would say Georgia Tech will be in that conversation if they're able to beat Georgia at the end of the year.
But
I do think that they can beat Georgia.
But you wouldn't. I don't. But
today,
you wouldn't pick them
today. No,
to be a legit contender.
If they can beat Georgia, who you just said earlier was one of the top
5 teams.
They are one of the top 5 teams. But you also said you think that they can win a national championship this year. If they're able to beat Georgia, and I watched this team, essentially the same, different players, but the same core, almost beat Georgia, take them into overtime last year. I think that this team is better this year. So I would say Georgia Tech has a chance to be in that college football playoff and make a run.
I'm not overlooking the fact that Georgia should have lost to Tennessee. They should have lost to Ole Miss. I'm not overlooking that. Yeah. It's just there is something about teams that you have to be damn near perfect against to beat. Mm. And Alabama was damn near perfect, and they still almost lost to Georgia. There's something about those teams that you're like, they're not that good. They're not that good. They're not that. Oh
they
God.
Just keep winning.
Oh God, they're in the national championship. Georgia's going to be a tough out for anybody.
Yeah.
So I look at this, and if we're ruling out Indiana, which we have, which is fine.
No, Marshy put him back in.
Well, he took him back out.
And then he took him back out.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, no, he did. Remember, we should eliminate the top 5 teams.
Yeah. Oh, he did say that.
Okay. But if we're doing that, and I'm looking at the rest of the board, and I know what you're saying about Georgia Tech, Carey. I was on the Georgia Tech train for a bit. I don't believe in them anymore. I just don't. Texas Tech is the only one, I think, legitimately, when I look at this list of teams that are non-traditional blue bloods, not named Indiana, Texas Tech is the one. for me. And I didn't think much of Texas Tech until I watched that one game against Utah. And in that game, their backup quarterback came in to seal the deal for them.
Yep.
So I was like, if this team's got a backup going in there playing like that, and now watching them play the rest of the season, like, that's my pick.
Do you all consider Ole Miss and Oregon blue bloods?
I do.
They're not national champions year after year or even in that conversation.
But
you think Ole Miss can win a national championship? Or no?
I wouldn't pick them, but
no?
I do love I love the way Chambliss plays.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of a wild card, and I love the way they responded after losing to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
That was a devastating loss.
Right.
They were up, they were leading the fourth quarter. They should have won the game. They wound up losing that thing on the road. Then they had to turn around and face Oklahoma in Norman and beat them.
I would give Ole Miss a chance, and I don't know if you consider them blue blood or not, but I would give them a chance because of Lane Kiffin. Like I think
they're well coached.
He is for as quirky as he is. He's like I'm not gonna say it. As quirky as he is, this is he does. I was gonna take a shot, but no reason, no need to. He's had a rough enough weekend. But I think Lane Kiffin. He had a rough weekend.
Who's that, Carey?
Listen to him earlier. He had a rough weekend, man. It was tough.
I wasn't feeling very good.
Yeah, had a freshman quarterback playing. It was rough. It was a rough weekend. But Lane Kiffin is an outstanding coach.
Mm-hmm.
He does a fantastic job of getting those kids ready to play week in and week out, and an offensive mind like no other. And I think we forget, well, some people forget, that his father was an outstanding defensive coordinator. So it's not like he just knows one side of the ball. He understands football at a high level, and he's quirky
I didn't know
and
his
weird.
dad was a legend.
His father?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I watched
Kiffin.
I watched the thing on ESPN there.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, okay.
Yeah, Monty Kiffin.
When I was playing
incredible.
in Tampa, it was off season. I was going into, we had workouts. I was coming out my OTAs maybe. This is not the regular season. It's OTAs. I go in and Monty Kiffin is sleeping in the players' lounge, like he spent the night at the facility. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, let me get out of here. Why are you here? Hey, you didn't go home, sir? It's not even the season, man.
Wasn't that the old school mentality, though?
These guys are crazy.
Some of those old school guys, they lived at the facility, basically.
That's one reason why I would have trouble coaching. Like 24, you don't go to bed, you don't go home. I think that Lane and Ole Miss is a team that could possibly put a run in and make a national championship appearance.
All right, we got Lewis, who beat me on Friday in the Gauntlet. He's going to be back to take on either Marsh, CD, or Jamie next on 101 ESPN. Either you know from experience or maybe you've seen one of your friends or family member go through it. You ever see what happens when someone hires the wrong designer? The open concept turns into no walls. The modern vibe looks more like a mystery project. Suddenly, you've got modeling regret. This is why I highly encourage you to go with my friends at Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company. For over 70 years, Mosby certified designers, architects, and craftsmen have created beautiful, functional spaces that stand the test of time and your sanity. They work incredibly well together because you get your own team of designers and architects and plumbers and electricians all working under the same house. They're all under Mosby, so you know that your project is in the right hands, and it's not like they're hiring different contractors that come in at different times. They don't work together, and they're on different timelines. Mosby Building Arts, they think of everything to make sure that your project goes off without a hitch. There's no problems. And even if there is something they need to address, they can address it right away and take care of it for you. Mosby Building Arts. Give them a call or visit them at callmosby.com, I should say. Kitchens, baths, basements, front doors, patio doors, whatever you need, Mosby can handle it for you. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company.
warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
4:07, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. We welcome back Lewis for round 2. What's up, Lewis?
What's up, boys? How are you?
We're doing great, man. Appreciate you joining us again. I hope you had a great weekend, and congratulations on that round 1 victory over me. Would you like to take on Marsh, Carey, or Jamie right now?
I'm going to take Carey next.
Carey Davis.
Good luck, Lewis.
Thank you.
You can say it back.
No, he's all business.
That's good. That's cool.
He said thank you.
He said thank you. He didn't say you too. Yeah. You know, and I don't hate him for that.
No, I didn't mean it.
I don't really care about
Listen, he's an Illini fan. I can't be wishing him good luck.
There you go. And if I've got an opponent, I'm not wishing him luck.
You have.
I want you to fail miserably.
You have principles. You have standards, Lewis. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell Marsh to spin that wheel.
Marsh, spin that wheel for me.
All right, Lewis. What are you hoping for?
Not football.
Not football. Okay.
Like, I'm good at football, but I think Carey's better than me at football, so not football.
Well, Lewis, how are you at, I don't know, random things?
I'm pretty good at random. I got a pretty weird mind that remembers random things.
All right, well, we're going to see that because you got random, my friend.
All right, so you're going to get 4 random questions today. Thank you, Marsh. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions are worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
From top to bottom, what are the 3 colors in candy corn?
Top to bottom. It's like I need to name them all in order. I can't just name the 3 colors.
Correct.
I believe it's white on top, orange in the middle, yellow at the bottom. Final answer.
All right, question 2. What is another name for nacre, a luminous and iridescent material found inside the shells of some mollusks? It's an easy one.
Say that one more time.
I knew you were going to do that to me. What is another name for nacre, a luminous and iridescent material found inside the shells of some mollusks?
Options.
Scallops, bivalvia, mother of pearl.
I'm going to go mother of pearl. Final answer.
Question number 3. Can you identify the largest art museum in the United States?
Options.
Options are the Museum of Modern Art, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or Art Institute of Chicago.
I believe I'm going to go Metropolitan Museum of Art. I believe that's in New York City. Final answer.
Final question. Lewis, hang with me here. On October 6, 2019, a record total of 524 hot air balloons were launched during the International Balloon Fiesta. Where does this annual festival take place? And we will accept the city or the state.
Options.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, Colorado Springs, or Reno, Nevada.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. Final answer.
All right, let's bring back Carey from the Cone of Silence right now. Luce, how you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling confident on the candy corn because my wife loves the stuff. But the other questions, I'm 50-50 on.
All right, well, let's see how you do today. Carey's walking back in from the Cone of Silence. He's got his coffee in hand. He's ready to rock and/or roll.
Or both.
And/or.
How was the Cone of Silence, CD?
Yeah, it was cool. Just in there listening to some music.
All right.
On my phone.
Yeah.
You got random today.
Isn't that a treat?
Back at lunch, buddy.
All right, it's packed.
Speaking of treats,
Yeah.
from top to bottom, what are the 3 colors in candy corn?
You need to know the exact order?
From top
Well,
to
that's why we asked
bottom.
from top to bottom, Carey.
From top
come
to
on,
bottom,
man.
what are the 3 colors in candy corn?
I have no clue. Like orange, yellow, and black. Those are the colors, I'm pretty sure. So whatever order you give me, unless I'm missing a color. Ugh. Orange, yellow, black. Final answer. Hope those are the colors.
Question 2. Pay attention to this one.
Oh, my goodness.
What is another name for nacre, a luminous and iridescent material found inside the shells of some mollusks?
Can you repeat that one more time, please?
Sure. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but I would love to do it again.
Okay.
What is another name for nacre, a luminous and iridescent material found inside the shells of some mollusks?
Are we talking about lightning bugs here? I have no clue where we are. Where are we?
Where are we?
Get options.
Okay. A, scallops, B, bivalvia, or C, mother of pearl?
Iridescent inside of a mollusk?
Mollusks, a luminous and iridescent material.
Okay, so
inside
those-
of them.
Can you read the options one more time? So those are, okay.
Scallops, bivalvia, mother of pearl.
Scallops, I don't know what bivalvia is. Mother of pearl, it's like a clam, like something iridescent. Man. Mother of pearl, final answer.
Question number 3.
It's probably bivalvia.
Can
Sorry.
you identify the largest art museum in the United States?
I haven't been up on my art scene that much as of late. I don't even know what the options are. Only museum I can think of is the Andy Warhol Museum in Pittsburgh. Go ahead, options, please.
Options are Museum of Modern Art, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or Art Institute of Chicago.
Art Institute of Chicago, final answer.
All right, CD, final question. On October 6, 2019, a record total of 524 hot air balloons were launched during the International Balloon Fiesta. Where does this annual festival take place? We will accept the city or state.
I feel like it's Utah. Is that Utah, Anthony? It's 50 states. If I narrow it down to 3, I probably had a better chance. I'm just going on a shot in the dark. I hate it. Give me the options.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, Colorado Springs, or Reno, Nevada.
Okay. What was the first option?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Colorado Springs or Nevada? Reno, Nevada?
Reno, Nevada, yep.
Let's go Albuquerque. Final answer.
All right. All right, let's see how Lewis and CD did here in random. What is another name for nacre, a luminous and iridescent material found inside the shells of some mollusk? Lewis went with mother of pearl. Carey also went with mother of pearl. Correct answer is
good old mother of pearl.
nice job, guys. 1-1 tie. Both needed the options.
Don't do that.
On October 6, 2019, a record total of 524 hot air balloons were launched during the International Balloon Fiesta. Where does this annual festival take place? And we would accept the city or the state. You both took the options. You both went with Albuquerque, New Mexico. Correct answer is?
It is Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Nice job. We got a 2-2 tie between Lewis and CD. Can you identify the largest art museum in the United States? Carey took the options, went with the Art Institute of Chicago. Lewis took the options and went with the Met, which is the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Is that the Met Gala?
Correct answer is
The Met.
The Mets. Meet the Mets. Lewis with 3 total points. Carey with 2. Comes down to this.
Candy corn, baby.
From top to bottom.
Oh.
What are the 3 colors in candy corn? Carey went with orange, yellow, and black. Lewis went with white, orange, and yellow.
Wasn't even an option, was it?
If CD's right, CD wins. Even if Lewis is wrong, he would win. So CD's got to be right with orange, yellow, and black.
Get the options.
Lewis.
You have chosen wisely.
Well, CD, it actually wouldn't have mattered even if you took the options and got it right.
Oh.
Lewis had it with white, orange, and yellow. He didn't need the options.
So that was the colors?
White, orange, yellow. Lewis wins today, 5-deuce. Lewis, nice job, man. You've become a thorn in our side here. You're going to advance to round 3.
Yeah, it seems that way. I'm nervous. I got to pick between Jamie and Marsh now.
Those are juggernauts tomorrow. Juggernauts. Are you a good guy or no?
See, my friends tell me I'm not a good guy, but if Marsh beats me, I guess we'll be told differently.
Yeah. Or you go with Jamie, you save Marsh potentially for a round 4. It's up to you. You get to sleep on it, though. We'll call you tomorrow.
All right. Also, a buddy of mine that's watching on the YouTube chat says that people don't know how to spell my name. It is, in fact, spelled like the city.
St. Louis.
Oh, Lewis. Great,
No.
thank you.
That's how the Canadian spell Lewis, Jamie.
Yeah. Lewis, British Columbia is what we're talking about, right?
I don't think so.
Is he meant St. Louis?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's different. That's Louis.
There you
Way
go.
different.
Yeah, Jamie, well done
Like
there.
Louis.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
how you say it.
exactly.
In French, it's Louis.
Louis.
Yeah.
All right, Lewis,
Exactly.
nice job. We'll call you tomorrow.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
We do have some pushback on the text line, but I have solved the riddle.
Okay, what do we got?
Some people said, well, what about the white, orange, brown candy corn?
Yeah.
That is not called candy corn.
Okay.
That is called harvest corn.
I think we got our answer on Lewis. If he's a good guy or not. No good guy eats candy corn, so.
Well,
I do.
Actually, you just insulted his wife because he said his
she's a
wife.
woman. She's a good guy.
His
What does that mean?
wife.
I said a good guy. Talking about a good man.
What do
Not
you
a
mean
good
by
man.
that, Carey?
Good women eat candy corn all the time. Yeah.
I eat candy corn. What do you call me, Carey?
You already know what you are.
I eat candy corn.
What about him?
He's definitely look at his hat. He's turned into a bad guy.
No.
What? He's been turning into one for the last month and a half,
Hey.
man. You ain't been paying attention?
You know-
You ain't watching the arc of this series? He's turning into a bad guy.
Carey's right.
Like, you got to see the arc. Like, he started down here. He's here now. He's full on bad.
You guys have done this to me.
It's what he is, man. Look at him.
You know what hat
Look
that
at his
is.
beard. He look like the people around him.
He looks like he's
Be
been on a
careful.
5-day bender right
I
now.
mean, come on, man.
No,
Carey.
just,
Look at him.
Hey,
He's definitely a bad guy.
you know who had that hat?
Who?
Allegedly.
Exactly.
He had it on the night.
See?
Allegedly.
And I don't.
Tell me the Saquitos recognized him.
You talking about the theater thug?
Nope, definitely not.
Talking about-
Oh.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. NFL Panic or Patience next. Time to play NFL Panic or Patience here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Marsh, you got a list for us.
I do, and some of these teams, you might be listening and thinking, well, why are they on this list? But we're going to get to them.
Yeah, why are they on the list,
Marshy, why are they on the list?
We're going to get to them.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah, you said that.
Am I on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Carey
Okay.
joining us right now from the penalty box
I can't hear myself.
after losing for Lewis.
Again.
Again?
What? No, Lewis won again.
Yeah.
Lewis did win again. Yeah.
He did.
He's halfway through us.
Louis.
Are we ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's start off with the Bills. I think that's a team that probably should be on this list.
As they're currently constructed, how they're playing right now, the Bills are not a Super Bowl contender.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Panic.
You
lose to the Miami Dolphins and you get shut out in the first half. You don't do anything offensively. You can't get anything going. You finally put points on the board, in the second half. But that was Miami Dolphins controlled that game the entirety of the game. Like, they never looked like they were struggling. They never looked like they were having any issues, any resistance. And I said this earlier, if you are a running back and you need a get-right game, you just hope and pray the Buffalo Bills are on the schedule. Because they're going to allow 150 yards rushing and a couple touchdowns.
Yep.
Easily. They stink in the run game defensively. They can't stop anybody. They won't stop anybody. And the Miami Dolphins, H-Hand here, run outside, sweep, run past everyone. Okay. I don't know what that was, man.
He would have scored touchdowns playing touch football against them.
Yeah.
Nobody even touched him.
I completely agree. Yeah, I think it's Panic City. You're right.
You look at some of their losses. They beat the Ravens first game of the season. We'll give them that. That was a hell of a game. Then they beat the Jets, the Dolphins, the Saints. Who cares? Patriots, they lost the Patriots. That was kind of the Patriots coming out party. They're
It
like,
was.
Okay.
And yesterday, in some respects, reminded me of the Bills' loss to the Patriots because it was like the Bills just one mistake after another compiled, and the Patriots took advantage of it on that Sunday night, as did the Dolphins yesterday.
And then the Falcons beat them, which is not a great loss, but the Falcons beat them by running the ball.
Bijan had an 80-yard rush, like he just run the ball.
And they didn't protect Josh Allen in that game.
My point is, the recipe is out there now.
Yeah, the blueprint.
The blueprint is out there. So I'd say this is panic for the Bills.
Agreed.
So this team is 8-2 right now. However, I personally think they're frauds.
Whoa.
The Denver Broncos.
This is Marshy's 49ers. That
It
one
is.
year.
This team is not good. They're not.
They're 8-2, Marshy.
I don't care.
They're 5-0 at home.
I do not care. They're not a good football team.
Yeah, I forgot that Thursday, and I wiped it from my mind.
So did our fearless engineer, Ruddy, Craig Rutledge. He's a huge Denver Bronco fan. I saw him earlier in the break room, and he goes, it's nice that game was on Thursday night. I forgot about it already. I forgot about how poorly they played. Yeah, I don't know what to make of the Broncos. I really don't.
They won 7 in a row, guys. It's really weird.
It's very weird. So you look back, right? And they beat the Titans. Not good. They beat the Bengals. They went on the road and beat the Eagles. They beat the Jets.
Barely.
The Giants. They beat, barely. That was overseas. That was in London, right?
Wins a win, okay?
Jets, Giants, Cowboys, Texans with Davis Mills playing most of the game, and then the Raiders by 3.
So let's go down that list, because I am in agreement with Marshy. I do not believe in the Denver Broncos. They barely beat the Jets 13-11 in that game overseas, right? That was terrible. The following week, or the next game, they were down to the Giants, who, again, just fired their coach and would have gotten fired.
That's right. That was the fourth quarter
They had to come back in the fourth quarter in that game. They beat up on the Cowboys. The Cowboys can't stop anybody.
Sure did.
The Texans, the week after that, the Texans were on the 1-yard line multiple times and couldn't punch it in. Great defense, terrible execution by the Texans. Like the Texans getting the ball in the end zone at the 1-yard line has to be the toughest thing in football right now. Unless, like, Woody Mark scored on a sweep. They said, forget it. We'll just run outside, run fast. because we're not gonna block anybody. And then you what you did against the Raiders, that was
terrible.
I wanted to claw my eyes out watching that football game, because what the hell are we doing? Bo Nix said, I know you don't have on orange and blue, but you know what? I'm going to throw it to you anyway. You can have it.
Catch it.
I don't want it. There's 3 of y'all down there, and one of my guys, give my guy a chance. I didn't throw it out of bounds, right? Right, Coach?
Darn right. Might as well spike it in that case.
Oh my God! Like, watching the Broncos play football is defensively it's fun. Offensively, it's.
But they're 8-2. We'll see how this holds up.
No,
I don't know if I'm panicking though. Like, I don't think they're worth a panic.
I don't think they're worth.
What, 7 in a row? What are you panicking about?
I don't think they're worth much of nothing.
That's true. They're not panicking.
I would say smoke and mirrors if that was the category here. But as far as panic or patient, I'm going to be patient with the Broncos.
What about you be patient then?
Yeah, I will, Carey. I just said I would be. Don't be pissed off at me because you're in the penalty box.
Talk to me.
Okay?
I am pissed off. Talk to me next week.
Learn your candy corn.
Oh, Jamie. It's unnecessary,
listen,
man.
I owe him.
All right, Jamie, you brought up the 49ers, who were your smoke and mirrors team from a few years ago.
Correct.
49ers, they lose to the Rams, and typically those games are close in years past. That wasn't really that close yesterday.
The Rams took the ball on the opening drive, marched right down the field, forced, I believe, a 3-and-out, took the ball, went right down the field, and then repeated it one more time before the 49ers finally got going a little bit.
Yeah.
That was a clinic. Matthew Stafford is playing as well as I've ever seen him play.
Agreed.
The passing game, he's got guys that are wide ass open. Pick your poison. He's reading the defense well. Kyron Williams had a couple of touchdowns yesterday, and that Rams defense is very aggressive.
Yeah, I like Sean McVay.
Yeah, the question was about the 49ers.
Panic or patience?
Was it patient? Oh, 49ers.
So panic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not panicking.
I say all that, ... to say panic on the 49ers.
I'm not panicking. And here's why. They're sitting right now at 6-4. Their next 4 games, gentlemen: Cardinals, Panthers, Browns, Titans. It should be 4 victories. And now, before we even go any further, I was going to say the injuries are starting to catch up to the 49ers. You're seeing where they're depleted in certain areas of the game, specifically on defense, okay? You lose Bosa and Fred Warner, your times are tough. You don't have your number 1 quarterback, but Mac Jones hasn't hurt you, per se. But you look at the next 4 games, they should win those 4 games. The Panthers probably being the biggest challenge of them all. But if they win those 4 games, they're sitting at 10-4 before they play the Colts, the Bears, the Seahawks.
Yeah.
They could still be a playoff team.
You're not wrong.
I'm going to say patience.
I got panic.
Yeah.
The part where you said the injuries are piling up, that's it. They are.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is as healthy as he's been in a number of years. Exactly.
I know.
And they're still they got too many injuries that are piling up, and they're in a division that's the best division in football, in my opinion. So
it's pretty damn good right now.
Let's do one more. The loser of tonight's game, panic or patience?
That's a good one.
If you're the Packers, panic.
Panic.
If you're the Eagles, patience.
With Carey.
Really though, do you guys really think the Packers should panic?
Yeah.
If they lose to the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions?
The 2 losses that they have, they've looked terrible.
And who did they lose those 2 games
Browns
to?
and the damn Panthers.
Yeah.
I say patience. Even if the Packers lose, they got the Giants coming up next.
And then who?
The Vikings.
Oh, wow, Marshy.
They're at... Well, then they get into their divisional games. They're at Detroit, Bears, Broncos, Bears, Ravens, Vikings. Okay, you know what? Panic.
So I say panic because the Detroit Lions played outstanding yesterday. They are probably, if you are the Packers and you're unable to figure these things out, you might not win the division. And I just said how the NFC West has all of those really good teams, and you might miss the playoffs if you don't win your division. Because if you get 3 NFC West teams in, which who knows what ends up happening with San Francisco, but obviously Seattle and the Rams are playing at an elite level, you could be looking at a team that, with all of those things that were in front of you, you can't lose conference games at this point.
Yeah.
Like you got to win these guys. Philadelphia is fine because they're going to win their division. They're going to be in the playoffs. I don't think there's any real challenge.
There's
for
zero
them.
challenge.
But the Packers have a real challenger in the Detroit Lions. And again, if you have multiple teams from another division that get into the playoffs, you could be on the outside looking in.
Don't forget about the Bears too. The Bears won a game yesterday, coming back. They're 6-3 now.
The Bears are my smoke and mirrors team this year.
Well, that's fine. They're
They
the
are
Bears
because they're 6-3, and I'm like, I don't feel like they're a good team.
They can run the ball. Their defense is opportunistic, and Caleb Williams is kind of like being controlled by a joystick, I think. You know? They're fun. They're a fun team, guys.
They're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm. Now, they haven't beat anybody good.
Whoa. Yes, they have.
Who?
One team.
So, that team?
Mm-hmm.
Who did they beat?
The Cowboys, Raiders, Commanders, Saints, and
Cowboys,
Bengals, and Giants.
Bengals. The Bengals are good on offense.
No, that was the game that Joe Flacco took it down the field, and then the Bengals decided not to tackle.
470 yards.
Bing, 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 bing. Touchdown. Poor Lynn Loveland's like, I'm here somehow.
I got through that. Nobody put an arm on me. They just tried to shoulder me to the ground.
Yep. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Yeah, there's another betting scandal going on, this time in Major League Baseball. We'll tell you the latest here on 101 ESPN.
Ooh, that weather's getting cold. It certainly doesn't feel like moving weather. Well, maybe it is. And maybe you should be putting your house on the market right now. And don't take it from me because I am not a realtor, nor do I pretend to be, which is also why you shouldn't just trust any realtor, especially this time of year to sell your home. You should trust Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty. Gloria has been in the business for over 20 years, and Gloria specializes in the St. Louis market. And we all know the different areas of St. Louis, St. Charles, all that stuff. Every area is a different price range. So if you have a home in St. Charles, the price might be different than if you're in Ladue or Chesterfield. Gloria Lou understands that. That's why she's going to sit down with you and you're going to figure out a listing price. And when she does that with you, she'll explain to you, here is the best price available so that you make the most money, but you sell quickly, and that's really what you want to do. You don't want to sit on the market forever. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to have to reduce the price a month later. Like, it just keeps dragging on. Call Gloria Lou. Let her sit down and help you with the sale price of your home and then get you to the closing table. So, again, call Gloria Lou. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you. Her number is 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. We just got done talking some NFL. Tonight we'll have Monday Night Football for you right here on 101 ESPN as the Packers take on the Eagles. Pregame starts at 6. Kickoff is at 7:15. Tomorrow, Blues will be back in action going up against the Calgary Flames. Pregame for that one starts at 6 with the puck drop at 7. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
It's a fast lane on 101 ESPN. So MLB now involved in a betting scandal. We had the NBA a couple of weeks ago. Then last week we talked about the drama in the UFC. And now it has, I don't even say it's come to baseball. It's revisited because there's been some things going on with Major League Baseball and the betting scandals. But pitchers Emmanuel Clase and Luis L. Ortiz were indicted by prosecutors in Brooklyn, New York on charges related to an alleged scheme to rig bets on pitches thrown in Major League Baseball games. Between 2023 and 2025, bettors won close to $400,000 on pitches thrown by Clase, which were to be balls.
Yeah, this
he just came out and he's like, first pitch going to be a ball.
Yeah. And some of them were bounced up there. Some of them were skipped
3
up there.
feet wide.
and I'm just reading through this, and the amount of money that they were making off of this is not even comparable to what you are making as a professional athlete or what your potential to be making as a professional athlete. Like it's at some point, like when I'm looking at all of these things that are taking place in sports, you got to ask the question, like, is it truthfully, is it a sickness? Like, is winning that much, is it that important to you that you want to win $5,000 here or $12,000 here when you're making $700,000 or you're making $2.9 million in Class A's case? I think he was making 2.9 this year and on target for making 4 something next year.
Seriously.
Like, at what point do you say? And so then I wonder one, is it a sickness? Like, is there like a gambling addiction there? Which again, I don't know. Or is it like a fear thing where you're being kind of targeted and they're saying, hey, if you don't do this is what we're going to do to you or to your family or to loved ones. Like, and at what point do you get other people involved if that's the case?
Well, so I don't think Carey was here for the one day we talked about it, but that really is the issue. It's not the $5-10 grand they're making to throw a ball or whatever. Right. To your point, like, that's nothing.
Correct.
Okay? Like, it's still good money, but it's like not worth what you're doing. Somewhere along the line, if you just trace it back, it will go back to a family member that has either gambled beyond their means, owes people money, did something they shouldn't have done, or the athlete who gambled beyond his means one time, got saved out. Like, you owe somebody something. Or in this case, I have read a few things where there has been question marks regarding family back in their home countries, and they have access to people here who are betting and telling them, by the way, if you want to go home and see your mom and dad, you're going to throw a ball on the first pitch. And hey, we're going to throw you 10 grand for that. Here's 10 grand. You know, you throw a ball, no big deal. Everybody's fine. I think it goes way beyond what the FBI is able to uncover so far, or at least what they're telling the public, what they're uncovering. Yeah. I don't believe that their sickness would be that much as a gambler for 5 or 10 grand. I think if they were doing it, if their sickness is that great, they'd get really ballsy at some point, because it's not enough, right? 5 grand, it's not 10 grand, it's not 20 grand. It's never enough if you have a gambling addiction. Sickness.
Well, plus you're not. I don't think they would be. This doesn't fit a gambling addiction.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying if.
No, I totally understand. What I'm saying is I agree with you, Jamie. Yeah. I think that's more in line with they would be betting on other sports. Like, let's just say, and if we're talking about like Emmanuel Clase or one of these guys, they'd be betting on other sports. They themselves would be wagering all this, and maybe it's a situation. The only other situation that could be connected is now they got to repay it.
Well, that's the thing. Either way, they owe.
Right.
They owe. They owe greater than they can afford,
They're in
basically.
trouble. Yeah.
Because
but I think we would know. A lot of that would come out.
If a Major League Baseball player making $2.9 million a year lost $30,000 on a bet in Vegas or whatever, it's not ideal, but you can find a way to cover it.
Yeah.
And to your point, when you're talking about like extortion and things of that nature, like Pablo Torre, as much I think he does a fantastic job of like getting the details. He's
Boy,
the one
does he make some people mad.
No, he pisses some people off. Bill Belichick, I'm sure, and his fans and family were on that
Ballmer.
list. He's upsetting some people, but I'm reading through his Twitter account. He's posted like. Parts of the actual lawsuit or whatever, and he says Clase threw a pitch that appeared to be a ball, but the batter swung, resulting in a strike and leading to a better one and better two losing their wages. Approximately 20 minutes after better one lost their wage on May 28, 2005, better one sent a text to defendant Emmanuel Clase. He sent a GIF and an image of someone doing something to themselves, and Emmanuel Clase responded with a puppy dog sad face. Like, yeah. So it could be.
Which is why he threw the next game, he threw the pitch 6 feet wide.
He bounced it. It's bouncing up there. Swing at it if you want to.
But no, you're right, CD. It's little subtle things where these gangsters, just blanket it with gangsters, because I'm not going to say mafia, gang members. These people get involved. And it's not even necessarily the athlete's fault sometimes. Sometimes it's their brother, their cousin, their father, their sister, like whatever it is. And I told you guys one day, like, it's been going on forever, that this is what they try to do, is gain a competitive advantage, and they don't care if they're threatening people or whatnot. But now these athletes are, maybe if they work in conjunction with the FBI or whoever they have to work with, it'll start to help a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I would offer if I was the Department of Justice or whatever you got for whoever falls in this category. I'd say, listen, guys, be honest with me. I know you threw the ball, okay? I know you did it, but why? Like, why? And who was it? Let's build it.
Let's get to that.
I don't want to send you.
I can help you.
I don't want to send you to jail because I know what happens. If I send that guy to jail, the people who got to him before will get to him inside.
Correct.
So I don't want to send him to jail. So how can we find somebody that's bigger than you that we can make a point here?
Yeah.
By the way, I think Andy Pajes was that player that swung at that ball.
Yeah, that's what
he was so bad in the World Series that Miguel Rojas was put in at second. Edmund went to center field, and the Dodgers won the World Series.
Yeah.
I bet they had money on it, too.
Marsh, I don't know if you did this on purpose or not, but bet the board next on 101 ESPN.
If you're looking to remodel your kitchen, your bathroom, or even now that outdoor living space, please call my friends over at E&B Granite. They're unbelievable. They're unbelievable. I absolutely loved my experience working with E&B Granite, and I got to know all the people who work there, the ownership group. Tremendous people, salt of the earth. I mean, unbelievable customer service. And I'll just kind of walk you through the process. And it was really awesome. I redid my kitchen. And the first thing I did was I went down to 6135 Manchester Avenue. Beautiful showroom, great facility. And I walked in with the in-house design staff, and I was like, I really don't know what I want to do, but what I currently have is way out of date. And so the representative walked me into the back where all the countertops were. We settled on the countertops. She made a great suggestion about the backsplash that I'd never heard of. Then we looked at cabinets and flooring, and by the time we were done, it came in under my budget, which was amazing, and the finished product was absolutely out of this world. I can't recommend E&B Granite enough for the amazing work that they do and the amazing product that they offer. For you, though, what I can recommend is that you call ahead, book an appointment. That number is 314-645-9300. Again, that's 314-645-9300, or you can always visit them at enbgranite.com.
right, bet the board here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. March, you have latest standings after the weekend?
I certainly do, Anthony.
Thank you, sir.
You're not going to like it.
No, I know. Stupid-ass Buccaneers.
Although you still have 2 points.
The old Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, they're
got me again.
Yeah. I have 3 points. Jamie and you, Anthony, have 2 points. And Carey on the board for the first time this month. He has 1.
Way to go.
Oh, Kyron Williams. Got it done in the first half.
Oh, boy,
Nice.
Carey. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Appreciate it.
All right, so order is what, Marsh?
It would be me, you, Jamie, Carey.
Okay.
Now I'm looking at Monday Night Football tonight.
Dun, 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 dun.
Both teams to make 33-yard or longer field goal, yes. Minus 115. Both teams to make a 33-plus yard field goal tonight.
Interesting. All right. I'm going to go with the Eagles plus 1.5. That's it. Point spread, Eagles plus 1.5. I think they win the game outright. But you know what, Jamie? Why don't I put the 1.5 and tuck it in my back pocket just in case?
Exactly where you should put it.
You know, Packers win 21-20, something like that. Whatever.
That's ridiculous.
All right, the Edmonton Oilers took an absolute beating last game.
6 gob.
10-1.
Oh.
Just a beating.
Damn it, man.
Connor McDavid yelling at Evan Bouchard at practice. Evan Bouchard yelling at Connor McDavid as they're working on the power play. Give me Connor McDavid for a power play point tonight against the Columbus Blue Jackets. At plus 114. I just have a feeling that the best player in the world is pissed off and he's going to do damage.
I've been scrolling and searching and scrolling. Give me over, where'd it go? 16.5 yards receiving for Saquon Barkley.
Oh.
That feels like a lot, though.
Yeah.
It feels like a lot?
Mm-hmm. Probably shouldn't do it.
That doesn't sound like that.
Well, at some point, you got to make a decision.
A little couple dump-offs, and boom, you're there.
I think you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, feels like a lot. But I'm stay there.
Okay. All right. There you have it. Bet the board here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We got a couple of sports six-packs coming up, so feel free, if you have a question for us, to send it in to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. Sports six-pack, part 1 next.
Missouri, get ready. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is coming soon. And starting December 1st, new customers in Missouri can get up to $300 in bonus bets when you make your first $5 bet. From touchdowns to home runs to three-pointers with FanDuel, any play can be the play of the game. Plus, with live betting, you can even get in on the action after the game has already started. All in an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. FanDuel is the best way to game day, and it's coming soon to Missouri. Just visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to learn more. This way you'll be all set up to bet when FanDuel goes live in Missouri on December 1st. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri. Play your game with FanDuel, the #1 rated sportsbook app. Must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Offer starts December 1st, 2025. Excludes customers who redeem pre-launch sign-up offer. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG.
time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN 502. Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew Marsh with question 1.
Question number 1.
All right, we get a text from the 314. Are any of you boys on Cameo? The loser of my league, Fantasy Football League, has to buy the Cameo for next year's draft order. I'm currently headed towards 1-9 with the least points by far. Tyreek Hill and Mike Evans as wide receiver 1 and 2 did not pan out. On to the next year. LOL. Are any of you guys on Cameo?
No.
I got something sent to me. I guess I could be. I just haven't done it. But I did sign up for if Kirk Cousins ever opens up his Cameo again. For some odd reason, he has it shut off right now.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about this Cameo thing. Cam Jansen does it, and he's like, it's so easy, dude. He's like, people just send you a thing for a happy birthday or this or a go Timmy with your football team or whatnot. He's like, you make a couple bucks. So I don't know. Might do it.
Doesn't sound difficult at all.
No, doesn't. But no, sorry.
Question number 2.
All right, Jam wants to know, does Connor McDavid end his career with more goals than Alexander Ovechkin?
Who?
Connor McDavid.
No. Nobody does. No. You have to be an absolute freak of nature to last as long as Ovi has and score at that rate. No. It took how long for Wayne Gretzky's record to go down? And it took Ovi, who is an absolute, I don't even know if he's human. This guy hammers a Subway sandwich on his way to the rink and then has a 6-pack of beer waiting for him after every game.
Maybe that's the secret.
Drinks Coke on the bench. Drinks on the bench.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
That's what I meant.
I didn't question it.
And talking to TJ Oshie and guys that play, they're like, he's not normal. Like, he's built different. Like, when you say that, it's him.
Yeah.
So, no, the answer is no.
By the way, the Banana Man says, I would 1,000,000%, or maybe it's a little bit more. There's a lot of zeros there. 1,000,000% pay for a Jamie Rivers Cameo.
All right.
Name your price.
Well, you did bring up 1 million. Oh, man. Maybe I'll jump
Seems
on.
worth it.
It could be fun. I guess you're allowed to set your parameters, too, where you won't say certain things. Like, no matter what they ask you, you can be like, nah, I'm not saying that. I'd still like to not be canceled for the rest of my life.
That's a good call.
Just because you paid me $22 to shout out your buddy.
How desperate are you?
Yeah.
Kind of disturbing that he wanted 1,000,000% want a cameo from the rest of us.
Nah, it's okay.
Well, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it is what it is.
It's just
Marsh,
one person. Maybe I'm his guy. Maybe there's 10 million other people.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want a cameo from Jamie Rivers?
That is true. Jamie's very good in front of the screen.
Yes, he is. Front of the mic.
Legends Lane.
Behind the mic.
Legends Lane, yeah.
Yeah.
I do some of my best work on camera, just to be honest.
Question number 3.
All right, from the 618, is it just me, or is it weird to anyone else that Jordan Kyrou has had issues with 2 coaches now? It seems weird from an outsider looking in, and I would like to think coaches don't give a fast lane what outsiders say. They just want to win.
He really didn't have an issue with Craig Berube, by the way, just to peek behind the curtain. Did Craig Berube want more from him? Did he expect more? Yeah, he did. But it's not like they hated each other. It was painted like, and then the no comment thing. Jordan Kyrou was just trying to tell people, he didn't want to talk poorly about his past coach or talk about, he just wanted to move on. Mm-hmm. He basically wanted, don't even ask me the question because I don't want to answer any question about this, but he said no comment, and that just got blown up. And as far as Jim Montgomery's concerned, let's go back to when Monty was an assistant coach here, because Monty personally took Kyrou and Thomas and a few other guys under his wing, had a little text chain going, would talk to these guys, work with them. There's no hatred there. This was a coach that wanted to get his player going. And how did Jordan Kyrou play the other night?
Quite well, Jamie.
Got a goal,
Quite
helped
well.
out again. Like, just because a player gets benched or healthy scratch doesn't mean that coach doesn't like them or that there's a rift there. It doesn't mean that at all. It's just like in business. Like if Carey has a business idea or I have a business idea, Carey's the boss and I bring it to him and he doesn't like my idea and goes with Marshy's idea, it doesn't mean he doesn't like me. He didn't like the idea. So the coach doesn't have to necessarily like the game you just played, but he still likes the player. You have to be able to separate that. And people who are listeners and people who watch the games have to learn that there's got to be separation there too.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when and if he ends up doing the same thing to a different player. Hopefully that's not the case, so the Blues can start winning games.
Well, I tell you this. Now that the fact that it's worked with Jordan Kyrou, say it worked.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It makes it that much easier.
And that's my line of thinking,
Right
too.
now, Nick Bukestad is scheduled to be out of the lineup tomorrow night. Now, Nick Bukestad's not making $8 million, but he is playing very well for your Blues this season. So much so that some would say, why the hell would he come out of the lineup, right?
There must be a rift.
Yeah. They must hate each other. They don't.
No.
The point of the matter is that Jim Montgomery needs to get Oscar Sundqvist going, needs to find a spot for him, and Nick Bukestad was signed as a bottom six player, so it's his turn out.
Yeah.
Just the way it is.
Sometimes motivation comes in different forms. So we ultimately don't know what's the reasoning behind that. I mean, hopefully Monty's looking at it and he's a couple of steps ahead here and he's shaping things up so that he's holding players accountable and he's getting the most out of them. So far, so good with the Kyrou situation.
As a player, what is your line of thinking, though, because you just said, well, Jim Montgomery needs to get Oscar Sundqvist in there.
Yeah.
Some could argue maybe he doesn't. What is your line of thinking as a player when if that is the case, to take you out of the lineup just to get some other guy going?
Yeah, play better. Be so good they don't want you out of the lineup. And that's hard to do sometimes when you're a bottom six or a bottom pair defenseman. I can tell you from personal experience, it's not a fun game to play where you string together 4 or 5 really good games. You're on the video for making great plays and you've got more ice time. Get a little extra today. Nick Cronwall's going in the game tonight. You're like, why are they putting this stupid kid in? Now, Nick Cronwall's turned out to be an unbelievable player. But at the time, I'm playing, man. Like, what are you doing? No, it's just your turn. What did I do wrong? Well, nothing. You're playing well. But I actually believe Detroit because they were really honest with me the whole time. Some coaches say, no, you're doing fine. Well, I haven't played in 10 games.
No, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, no, apparently not.
Are you essentially like walking on eggshells? Do you feel that way? Like, oh man, I can't have one bad game, otherwise I might be a healthy scratch.
Early in my career,
sometimes that happens. Like it happened with the Cardinals and Mike Matheny. I know that some players felt as Randy Grichuk,
those guys,
Colton Long.
I can't speak for them.
They had felt. I'm just saying it could happen that way where you feel like if I strike out, I'm not going to be in the lineup tomorrow. And it was a younger player, though. So, Jamie, going back to what you're saying, if you're a younger player, maybe it impacts you differently.
It's stressful. Younger player, you almost feel like you have to be perfect. So then what happens is you start to simplify your game to a level that is not even acceptable, to where you're barely touching the puck. You don't want to do anything. You're not trying to make any passes. You're just banking it off the boards every friggin' time. Your teammates aren't happy about it. So what I learned is don't play like you're walking on eggshells, because if you do, you're still going to find your way out of the lineup. You might as well play confidently and play aggressively. And if you make a mistake playing that way and you're out of the lineup, at least you're playing your game.
Absolutely. All right. Please support the Countdown to Thanksgiving campaign to benefit Operation Food Search, hosted by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, Coca-Cola, and 101 ESPN. Drop off a non-perishable food donation at any area Lee's or Hot Shots now through next Friday, November 21st. Every donation earns a free Coca-Cola beverage. All food collected will go to Operation Food Search to help local families in need. And we've all seen that right now is a very important time to support our local area food banks. Each donor can can also get entered to win a prize package that includes gift cards to Lee's, Hot Shots, and hockey tickets. Get all the details on the countdown to Thanksgiving to benefit Operation Food Search now at 101ESPN.com. We got part 2 of our Sports Six Pack coming up next. That Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. Keep sending in those questions. We'll have part 2 next.
Cheap, fun. Let's get dirty. St. Louis over at Dirt Cheap. St. Louis's one-stop party shop. Really have an amazing amount of locations now. I've seen a number of their brand new ones, but you can visit them today in Washington, Fredericktown, Hillsborough, and I literally over the weekend was at the Wentzville location. It's pretty awesome. And if you're stocking up for the holidays, you're going to find everything you need over at Dirt Cheap, whether it's a red wine, white wine, maybe a little bubbly, a little champagne, celebrating something over the holidays, or if it's just your bourbons. Now, you think of Dirt Cheap, you probably think it's the product. No, it's the price is Dirt Cheap. The product is unbelievable. I get all of my bourbon, all of my alcohol, everything at Dirt Cheap, because not only are they priced the best, but they have a great selection, and the customer service is absolutely fantastic. And here's something I can suggest to you. Download the Dirt Cheap Rewards app. You start saving immediately, qualifies you for certain specials and deals that are coming up. You get the early bird entrance, and there's also a spot where you can join the Bourbon Club, and that right there gives you the chance to enter your name for allocated bourbons that are coming to the market that other people just don't have. You can also order pickup or delivery, and all of that is just using the app. So please download that app. You can find out more information at cheapcheapfunfun.com. That's cheapcheapfunfun.com. Whatever your taste, you'll find it at Dirt Cheap. Order ahead with the Dirt Cheap app. And remember to have fun, but please be careful out there.
time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
All right, part two of the Sports Six-Pack is now 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalters, Andrew Marsh with question 4.
Question number 4.
All right, this one comes from In DeBoer We Trust. Do the Blues start a fire sale on the team or keep trying to make it work with what they've got?
Yeah, no, let's fire sale for sure. I think it's the appropriate time. You know, you think about this, guys. You are already 16 full games into the season, and you've got some really good young talent. You got some good veteran players. I think it's a perfect time to unload Fowler, Parayko, Broberg, Binnington, Thomas, Shen, Kyrou, to say a few, and just start over.
Well, I mean, you're 20% done with the season already.
It's
over with.
Like, if you're going to do it right. Like, you tear it down to the studs, as Anthony would say.
Yeah,
so, go
absolutely.
for it. It seems like a reasonable thing to do.
I do say that, about certain situations. Yeah. I don't know if I'd go here with that, but you know what, Jamie? I love your passion.
Yeah.
I'm behind you.
Can I disagree?
Please do.
You can.
Okay. Yeah, no. Figure it out, man. It's still early in the season. It gets late.
We're getting a little bit later. I don't like where we're at. That's for sure.
You can't. I mean, we're not even close to the trade deadline. If you want to start selling pieces off, you got to wait till then, don't you?
Like,
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay.
Well, you know, Jamie, people have I know,
Carey, but
boots for Matthew Kachuk right now, straight up.
And what if we package Booch?
Is it available?
Juracek.
We
for
did
Leon Draisaitl.
We did get a text earlier about Jordan Kyrou and a first-round pick to trade for Zach Bolduc. I had to text that listener and tell him that Zach Bolduc has recorded 1 point in a month, in the last month.
And hasn't played over 10 minutes.
And then that was changed from Booch in a first round for Zach Bolduc.
Oh.
So,
I like the trade that Carey threw out.
First rounder for Bolduc.
Why would you do that? You wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't.
No, I'm saying you wouldn't. Who would think what?
But my point is if you go over the lineup, who are you trading? You're not trading Jake Neighbors because he's going to be your future. Pius Suter, okay, fine, I guess. What are you really getting ultimately? Because other teams had a crack at him for free agency. Mm-hmm. Maybe you get something, but third, fourth round pick for him, maybe. Braden Shen is really where you're going to get the lion's share, but it won't be right now. It's going to be a team that is right at the deadline, playoff bet, like a Toronto Maple Leafs or an Edmonton Oilers that need a guy to take them over the hump, right? You're not going to get squat now. Trading before Christmas in the NHL, unless it's the right deal and both teams need to make a trade, like to change the scenery.
Like the Cam Fowler trade.
The Cam Fowler trade. Anaheim wanted out from under Cam Fowler's contract. He wanted out of it. Like Army wanted him. That's a perfect scenario. Mm-hmm. There was no panic on either side. It wasn't a fire sale, all that. You have too much positive right now in the lineup. And I know it's hard to think that way because they're not playing consistent hockey. But they're also still not where they need to be as far as this rebuild is considered. We wanted them to be farther along, but maybe they're not. But that doesn't mean that next year they won't be further along than they've ever been since 2019, you know?
What if we move the ball forward and they're playing similar hockey to what they're playing now come that trade deadline time?
Oh, well...
Is it still the same kind of situation because of the contracts and whatnot?
Who are you trading? Because no trade clause for Kyrou, Thomas, Booch. Complete. Like, don't even talk to me. Modified no trade for Braden Shen. I think it's like the player can submit a list of 15 teams where he would like to not go. So let me tell you how that works. The teams that are going to give you the most, for the most part, like if it's, I don't know, Toronto Maple Leafs and they want Braden Shen, odds are he's on their list to go there. But what are they going to give you? Because what they have currently is what they're loading up on to win a cup. They're not going to give you 3 first rounders and doing all like that whole thing. Like, So for the Blues, who are in a retool / coming out of the retool, you don't necessarily want the draft picks. You need roster players right now. So sometimes the trade, as much as you think, get rid of this guy, but you have to think strategically.
Well, and to your point, too, the players that would essentially be on the table to trade are not really the problem right now.
Well, Braden Shen certainly is not your problem. And even trade market guys like Matthew Joseph, he's not your problem.
Right.
Now, Alex Texier, the argument could be made there, like, okay, he's going to be a restricted free agent. Are you really going to re-up him? Probably not. But what are you getting? Because he's making 2.1 and he cannot crack your lineup, and you're not playing well as a team. Why would I trade for him? No offense to Texier, but I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll keep my own Texier that I have here that I'm trying to unload.
And I feel like let's circle back to the players that are or you believe to be the problem. You mentioned that there's no trade clauses involved. To me, even if you were going to ask them, that's an off-season thing. If you truly believe that they're not part of the solution here,
you better be damn sure that they're the problem.
Exactly.
Like, you look at Booch, Thomas, Kyrou. You say what you want about Kyrou, but he stepped back into the lineup and got a goal again right away for your team. And when you give him that goal, it gives him 5 goals on the year. He's one of your top goal scorers as far as like actual goals. It goes Neighbors, Suter, and Kyrou tied at 5. It's like, were you trading that? Like, for I'd start looking around at other guys who aren't contributing, and you're not going to trade Robert Thomas. He's your 200-foot center. All that. Now, Pavel Buchnevich, some would argue, well, get rid of Buch. Okay, let's walk down that road for a second. Couple
hand
things.
in hand.
Hand in hand, interlocking fingers. It's usually better that way.
Of course.
Especially when it's cold. He has a full no trade clause, so he can tell you to go chase yourself. And 2, who is lining up right now to pay $8 million for 7 points?
right, if you don't want them, then what makes you think that somebody else will?
That's right. It's the whole thing. And this is not like dogging on Booch. This is just a fact. I look at the numbers. I'm not talking about the person. The numbers tell me that 7 points at $8 million is just not good enough on a team that's not winning, that needs offense.
Okay.
Question number 5.
All right, let's stick with the NHL. Alex wants to know, does the NHL know their own rules, specifically goalie interference?
No, they really don't. Every game, every year, every goal, it's different. I've never seen a more convoluted explanation of every night. Whenever there is a goalie challenge, they don't know. It's like they throw a dart at the board and go, okay, what it hit? It said no goal. Okay, it's no goal. And I know this because people like Davey Alexander, I call him the goalie guru for the Blues, he watches a sickening amount of video trying to just get a baseline. And then when you think you have a baseline, somehow it changes. And, Jim Montgomery talked about some of the things that were part of the baseline rules. Did the player voluntarily enter the blue paint? He did. He came up behind the Blues defenseman in the blue paint and cross-checked the Blues defenseman from behind and stayed in the blue paint. Okay. Did the player interfere with the goaltender in any capacity? Yes, he did. He backed up and pulled the stick and blocker to the side on the goaltender. Part 3, did the actions of the player prevent the goalie from making the save? It did. Why is that? Because the puck went blocker side where he was interfered with, not to the glove. Those 3 things alone would say no goal. Yet, the call stands. So, you know what? I have no idea.
Well, and if that's the case, that's the precedent that you're setting. And if I'm sure this will happen again, the next time that this happens, that needs to be a goal.
Nope, it's not going to be a goal next time.
But you can't guarantee that.
But that's what I'm saying.
You're
though.
right.
That's the precedent that you're setting.
Yeah,
Same with the NFL with certain plays and certain penalties.
Interference roulette. Because you don't know.
Like I feel like the NFL is the worst at this. Like sometimes Actually, the NHL is pretty bad with the goalie interference.
The NHL goalie interference, I think, is the worst of all major sports.
It is bad. I shouldn't have said that. But the NFL sometimes bothers me with some of their calls in terms of penalties, like ticky-tacky penalties. And it's like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? It's not the same across the board.
Well, because you're dealing with different humans in each game. Referees with biases. Some referee. I mean, they've done studies on this. Some referees have bias toward holding.
Oh, I think you meant certain teams.
It depends if they've got money on the game or not.
Are they wearing
Jamie? That's
they're wearing red jerseys.
What?
That's in the NBA.
They're wearing red jerseys.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly.
Well, not allegedly with Tim Dunning. Are they wearing red jerseys?
Yeah, with yellow and white stripes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It should be.
Some people feel that way.
Some people
Quite
do
a few.
feel that way.
And some would say the analytics back it up.
How are they doing this year, though?
They've won 2 games because of bad calls.
Okay. Is that it?
That'd be 2 less. It wouldn't be very good.
Okay.
I know where you're going with it. You can just stick it. Okay, Anthony?
Fair.
Question number 6.
Anthony, it's not January yet. You don't have to defend him.
Yeah, what the hell's your problem?
My team's out.
They are.
Yeah, but
that team stinks,
you've
man.
never been qualified until at least playoffs to switch.
Nah, you know what? If you wanted to go now, I would okay it.
No, I'll
So we
wait.
got to listen to months of this crap?
No, I'll wait
Bad
until
enough we had to listen to months of yours with the here we go.
Hey.
Where they're going now. Go Dodgers.
Jamie.
Not even playing anymore.
You got 3 teams.
And one of mine just beat the other, and it hurts. I was happy and sad all at the same.
Still won.
2 out of my 3 won.
Yep. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Jamie. I'm going to stick to my rule.
You got the Ravens. What are you worried about?
Oh, hell no.
Let's get the Eagles.
I will take the Eagles. They are an NFC team. I'll take
Go
them.
ahead, Anthony.
Not until they're officially eliminated.
That's what.
When the Falcons are officially
not till the season's over.
When they're eliminated.
They're not
What are you
eliminated
going to do
yet?
when the Chiefs don't make the playoffs?
I mean, they might as well be.
What are you going to do if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs?
Wow, that's going to be a tough one. That's a good
They'll
question.
make the playoffs.
What if they don't?
Come on.
Who you coming on board with the Lions at that point?
They probably
Not allowed.
He
will.
tried to a couple years ago.
Seats taken.
Seats taken.
He threw me off.
Yeah, remember that crap?
Yeah, I do remember
Yes,
that.
it was
a while ago.
Lightweight
That
too.
might
It
have
was
been before Carey joined the show.
lightweight. It was a lightweight comment, and he tossed me off the bandwagon.
Seats taken.
Head first.
he did.
Seats taken.
We were riding together. Everything was good.
He was fine.
Tossed my ass right off.
I know exactly what team he's joining.
So really,
They're up in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, is he ever?
Yeah,
maybe.
He probably is. Yeah. Yeah. That'll be short lived, though. Don't worry about it.
Bottom line is,
My was a big game in Week 18.
my crap team has not been eliminated yet, so I won't.
No, they still have a chance.
They don't have a chance.
They don't have a chance in hell.
They don't have a chance in hell. Like I was
hell.
rooting for them, man.
I tried.
The Falcons.
Do you finally see like what I'm saying?
I was watching Michael Penix throw the ball yesterday, and it takes him like that long ass, elongated.
Dude, the entire
motion.
area code knows he's.
It's like I'm gonna bring it down, I'm gonna bring it all the way up, and then I'm gonna throw it, behind you.
Yeah, it looks like there's cement in the football.
Yeah, it takes a while to
That's
get
not
there.
good. Remember how Michael Vick used to throw it? It was like, you're like wow. That's not how Penix throws.
Nah, he takes a long time.
You know
and,
what?
And guys are wide open sometimes, and they're like, dude, you gotta make
I
that
wonder if he's
throw.
got a problem with his eyes, like Jameis Winston.
Wide open and dropping the football
Well, Mooney
over and
did.
over.
Yeah, some
Mooney
of
had
them
a rough day.
Yeah.
That elongated release, not great either when 2 of your offensive linemen are out.
Well, we don't care about the offensive lineman, Anthony.
Oh, okay.
No, we do.
He stunk.
Oh, now we do. Okay.
We always care about offensive linemen.
The
Them guys
defense,
are-
and you know what the sad
Not
part
when
is?
I'm trying to make a point.
well, that
The sad
guy-
part is that defense finally has that. Like they finally have a
They
defense.
are legit. Your guy didn't play poorly, Marshy.
Are you
should be
kidding
proud.
me? I actually thought he wasn't good.
Who?
Oh,
I didn't
guy?
think he was
Because he
good in the
threw for
second
over
half.
200 yards this time.
He threw for 2 picks, too.
he wasn't.
Well,
The one pick he threw was horrendous. Like it was.
Which
it was
one?
like-
Which one?
Didn't he throw one right to the?
Well, that's because Jefferson fell down.
Oh, he fell.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't see
yeah,
that.
the long one.
I wonder if
Yeah.
Jefferson did it on purpose. What, is there a rift between Jefferson and J.J. McCarthy?
I don't
think
know.
there might
He was
be.
not good yesterday. He had bad body language. The whole team wasn't good, including Kevin O'Connell.
Naylor,
he's back.
Naylor was good.
I'm back. Oh, I'm back. I'm absolutely back.
He's back on the KOC hate train.
I gave
You guys
JJ
want some
credit
numbers?
yesterday.
guys want some numbers here?
Hang on, Marshy has numbers. Hard to believe.
Legit credit?
Come on.
He did a good job.
Who did?
JJ.
Are you being facetious?
No.
I can't trust him.
I'm not going to hate on JJ McCarthy anymore, man.
This is crazy because now I'm hating on him for a bad game.
That's why Carey's doing it.
I see
what
this.
he's trying to do is just get to Marshy. You're the one that's doing this to Marshy, by the way.
He's a part of it.
Anthony, you too.
I didn't think he played poorly, man.
Carey, he was okay.
He had a bomb. He threw one to Naylor down the sideline.
That was a great throw.
Yeah.
It was a great throw.
He had a couple of other throws that were really good, man.
That right
he
there.
did.
That right there.
The one, no,
There was
he,
some upside.
he threaded two to Naylor.
He had a couple. The one, he threw another one to Naylor.
The touchdown, and then
And
when
then
he
the
said,
seam throw,
yes.
he
You hear the way he
him?
said that, though?
I did.
I was watching a couple other ones, too.
I was watching, and I'm like, it's not terrible. He does stare down his receiver, and one of them going to end up in the hospital at some point, but hopefully, they're tough kids.
You're
tell you what.
awful. You're awful.
Tell you what.
Don't you ever point the finger at me again. Ever.
You can't be throwing you can't be calling 48 pass plays. 48 pass plays with a guy who's played 4 games in the NFL? You're going to run the ball 13 times?
I didn't even think the Ravens looked that great.
I didn't
Ravens
either.
looked terrible.
Yeah.
They didn't look great either.
That was a winnable game.
Offensively stunk.
I thought Lamar was hurt until they threw a toss sweep to him. I was like, oh, he's not hurt. What are we doing? Why does he look so slow out
It was
there?
like Zay Flowers, and that was it. Zay Flowers looked like he was sped up. Like all his plays looked sped up. The rest of the Ravens defense looked like it was in slow motion.
They look slow.
Yeah, it was bad. All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. What kind of game we'll get tonight? Eagles and Packers. We got that game for you on 101 ESPN. We'll break it down next.
844-399-9646 on 101 ESPN.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Blues fell to the Seattle Kraken over the weekend, 4-3 in overtime. They're back in action tomorrow night, taking on the Calgary Flames, and you can listen to that game right here on 101 ESPN. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. Mizzou lost to Texas A&M as well on Saturday, 38-17. We now look towards Monday Night Football, and we'll have that game for you right here on 101 ESPN. Packers and Eagles. Pregame starts at 6. Kickoff is at 7:15. We'll dive into that conversation next. If you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you will find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer. Packers-Eagles pregame tonight on 101 ESPN at 6 o'clock. Kickoff at 7:15. This is a fascinating matchup. Obviously, these, at one point, a lot of people consider these are the top two teams in the NFC.
Well, week one sure as hell.
Week one, yeah, certainly set it up. The Packers have struggled with the Eagles. Last year, they played them in the Eagles' first game. Mm-hmm. And, the Packers' first game, too. And the Eagles handled them convincingly. Jordan Love couldn't move the ball at all. They also met in week one last year, and that was, I believe, in Mexico City. And they struggled. Brazil, thank you. They met in Brazil, and the Packers couldn't stop the Eagles at all. Tonight, though, both run defenses have been outstanding. So I'm kind of interested to see. And Saquon Barkley left the one game, his last game early, had like a groin injury. Yeah. And then Josh Jacobs still isn't 100%. He's been dealing. He's a little banged up as well. So the run defenses are outstanding. You can't really take control of this game if you're either side. And it's supposed to be cold, so we'll see if that impacts the passing game. I think this could be a rock fight tonight between the two defenses, and it really comes down to who makes a mistake.
I think so as well. I think the Philadelphia Eagles have done a really good job. I think they're last in the NFL in turnovers, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they've done a really good job of taking care of the football and making sure that they are, offensively at least punting the ball away. They only had 3 turnovers on the year, 1 interception and 2 fumbles. Mm-hmm. At least punting the ball or scoring a touchdown or kicking a field goal. That's the goal of an offense, to end every drive with a kick. You prefer it be a field goal or an extra point, preferably. But if you have to punt it, at least you can kind of flip field position. I think Philadelphia has been doing a good job in that. That last game that Philly had, Saquon, before he kind of tweaked his groin, he was having a really good game.
He went off.
And I think it might have been more precautionary, knowing that they had the bye week. A.J. Brown didn't play either. Like, they had some time to heal up. These guys have had. AJ had 2 weeks. Saquon basically had a week and a half in terms of not playing that second half of that game. So I think they're going to be fine offensively. And I think just they getting Nolan Smith back on the defensive line, outside linebacker. He's going to be back, ready to get after the passer. So I think the Philadelphia Eagles are in a really good position right now.
Ultimately, when I think of this Packers team, I think I have more questions than answers. I really do. Like, the week one, I was like, oh boy, the NFC is in trouble. Mm-hmm. Micah Parsons goes in there, kind of hurt, kind of not hurt, still steps in, gets a sack. Jared Goff drags him down from behind. The whole thing. 27-13 over the Lions.
Right.
You're like, whoa. Then they go into Commanders again, second week, 27-18. You're like, okay, good one. Commanders, good team last year. Then they lost to the Browns. Tied the Cowboys, which was a really weird game, by the way. And then they beat Bengals, Cardinals, Steelers. 3 teams that I don't know what the hell you're getting there. And then they lost to the damn Panthers. I don't know what. What's your problem?
You got mad at me earlier.
Which part?
when I said Alabama lost to Florida State. But now Green Bay lost to the Browns.
That would be like if the Packers lost to the Browns and then rattled off victories against the Eagles, the Chiefs.
Dude, I felt honest. That's so long ago. I felt like it was yesterday.
You know me. We're the same.
Well,
kinda. Yeah. Same colors, huh?
One of you is a football player.
Exactly.
One of you is a hockey player.
Or a hockey player. Clearly, two different sports.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both physical though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know where I was anymore.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. To me, the Packers.
You don't trust the Packers.
I don't trust them. I just don't trust them. There's been too many ups and downs, and their ups have been against weaker, lesser opponents, and then their downs have been against weaker, lesser opponents. So I don't know what the hell to think.
That's correct. Now you can also replace what you just said about the Packers and apply it to damn near any team in the NFL right now. You really can.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony, you don't like my take? Fine.
I think Philly has been the most.
No, you just wait.
I was just adding. I was adding to it.
No, what's your take?
I think Philly has been the most consistent team. The two losses there against the Broncos and the Giants, I think were terrible losses. I think the Giants game was on a short week. Thursday night. Yeah, that was a bad game. That wasn't a good.
I mean, they didn't do anything
and
right.
you lost the week before to the Broncos when you were up 17-0 in that game.
Yeah.
So the two losses that they have weren't good losses, in my opinion. But then you were able to rebound. You played the Vikings at Minnesota. You got that win. And then you were able to rebound against the Giants. I'm not hating on the Vikings, man. Every time
fine.
the Vikings are mentioned,
Marcy
his
just
ears
paused
perk
for no
up.
reason.
Like, what do you say about my Vikings?
Hey, only I can talk crap.
Just
like
said they
Anthony.
lost.
He talks crap about his.
I'm not even up. I'm not even up right now. Whatever I said still stands. Only I can talk crap. Much like Anthony only talks crap about the Falcons.
Nah, I invite you guys to also crap on my team.
But
CD,
it's no fun.
CD and Jamie we're breaking down Penix's throwing motion. Or lack
You know
thereof.
what? No, Carey talks nothing but positive things, at least before the past couple of weeks about the Falcons, and you hated it. You absolutely hated it.
I didn't hate it.
Oh, no, you did.
I don't understand why he doesn't just I don't understand why Carey, my brother from another mother, doesn't understand the pain that this team has dragged me through.
I've seen it.
Thank you.
But
he was on a good team.
I was on a good team. But I watched it.
That 04 team.
The last 4 weeks have been brutal for the old Atlanta Falcons.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Tried the last 7 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't have a winning record or I've made the playoffs.
Oh, did we talk about? I know we're way off topic. We're supposed to talk about Monday night.
All over the place.
Why in the hell did they take the ball? Marshy texted the group.
They don't know what they're doing.
Does anybody get a
They
chance?
don't know
Why
what they're doing.
Why wouldn't you kick off if you want? And they actually, lost the toss.
Yeah.
And
they had to redo it.
They had to redo it.
Give him a second chance.
And then you won the toss, and you still
blew it.
Give me the damn ball. We're going to end this thing.
Do you know why?
We're going to take the ball, and we're going to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Raheem Moore said, we want the ball. Really? You're going to go 3 and out, you idiot? I see it every week.
Not only
Give
that.
us the ball.
Not only that.
3 and out.
Even if you go down and get a field goal. Yeah, we got a field goal.
Right. They still get the ball, man.
They're still
Are you
the bottom.
supposed to go on defense
They're still
first.
the bottom of the ninth to be playing.
Know what you need. Know what you need. Kick the ball off.
Did he think it was the playoffs?
I do.
Did he think the rules changed because they were overseas?
He didn't think.
He wasn't thinking.
It's
He
much
don't know.
different overseas.
Yeah, the rules changed.
The rules
you
are
got to
different.
account for the timing and the change.
Same man who hasn't
currency difference.
The same man who hasn't choked out Zach Robinson for throwing 900 screens a game. Same guy.
Football's fun.
Okay.
Same dude that stands on the same sidelines as Zach Robinson, 10 feet from him, calls another screen to Kyle Pitts. Really?
Got to get the ball to your playmakers.
It's a hell of a play.
Yep, quickly.
Who wins tonight?
Get it in, get it out.
Philadelphia.
Eagles win tonight.
It won't matter for us, though.
No, it won't.
Thanks, Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers really.
Listen, man. I apologize.
Really did it to us.
We got a text earlier that said, this is my fault because I got you all to believe in my Pittsburgh Steelers. I apologize. I believe
Thank you to
in
the
them.
texter and to you for
And damn
apologizing.
it, they fooled me.
Apology accepted.
Yeah.
Apology accepted.
Man,
all right. Hey, each week, the Fast Lane and the Rizzuto Show, as you know, are battling it out in the Pick'em Challenge, but sometimes we get together just to hang out, watch a little football. And that's what Andrew Marsh is going to be doing. Marshy and Moon will Meet this Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Hot Shots in Arnold. You can head out there, watch the Thursday night football game, get signed up for some point and one-on-one ESPN giveaways, enjoy a cold Bud Light, and chat with the guys, Marshy and Moon. Hot Shots, 6:30 to 8:30 this Thursday at the Arnold location of Hot Shots. It's all presented by Bud Light and, of course, Hot Shots. We'll wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN. Oh, we had a great one tonight. Monday Night Football, Packers and Eagles, and Underdog is the perfect place to play all your action. You can just choose whether or not a player is going to go higher or lower on their stats. For example, I like Devontae Smith tonight to score a touchdown. I think he goes higher than the 0.5 rushing or receiving touchdown. I think Luke Musgrave, with Tucker Kraft out, I think Musgrave winds up having a decent game as well. There's a couple players I like tonight. How you want to play is completely up to you. If you get treasuries right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. It's all courtesy of Underdog, and you play right here in our state of Missouri. You don't have to drive around or anything. You do it right from your couch. Download the app today. Sign up with my promo code Anthony. That's just my first name. That's it. Score $100 in bonus entries when you do so. Again, you just got to play your first $5 and use that promo code Anthony at Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Term supply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org. miss anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Carey, what'd you learn?
I learned that I'm clearly the reason for Marshy's heel turn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Jamie.
I learned that even when Carey tries to compliment J.J. McCarthy, it comes across as condescending and just not very, how would you say that?
Authentic?
Authentic.
Yeah. Marshy.
I apologize.
I learned today that Indiana, not a... no, they are. They're a blue blood now. Indiana's a blue blood.
No, they're not, Marsh.
Yep, they're a blue blood.
At all. I learned that even if I state something as a parameter, Marsh will reject it and then eventually say the same parameter as he did in that college football blue blood segment. Go ahead, Marshy.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
Third star of the day, being a superstar at some point in your life.
Yeah.
Second star of the day, spiking the football.
Yes.
Might as well
And your
spike it.
first star of the day goes out to exercising the demons.
Exercise the demons.
Nice job. All right, we got Monday Night Football, Packers, Eagles, pregame starting in 5 minutes, kickoff at 7:15 for Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis, for Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Everybody have a great night. See you.